What's up, guys? Let's see if this properly shows. Okay, that's fine. But we're not going to do that for now. How's it going, everyone? Welcome to the stream. I've been kind of letting the music rock for a little bit because I was making some posts. But let's let it switch up a little bit here. Actually, would rather go with this. I'm gonna go with any music right now. So, how did Dreamfest treat everybody? Galio, you don't have to answer. I'm sorry, buddy. I know you did not have a good time. So, let's talk a little bit about strategy in this game. I know I'm gonna wait for a couple more people to show up, but right now, you know, just farming a little bit, last second farming. I ate a popsicle, so I got these really red ass. My lips are red as hell. It looks like I put lipstick all over my lips. Pretty crazy, but we'll just ignore that for now. I gotta fix the camera a little bit too, because the camera does whatever it wants as usual. As usual. So we're gonna fix the focus and we're gonna pan it a little bit. Hey, there you go. Yeah, I got these red ass lips. So, how's it going, Pariah? Or actually, Paria. Pariah? I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce that, man. From Mexico, I don't know. I don't know English. I know English pretty well. So one of the things I want to talk about was people generally. I normally have the game down there, but I don't really need the game, so we're just gonna turn on the display capture. So I've been hearing a lot from people who don't really understand the game yet. They wanna talk about how they can beat like whales and shit, you know, like they'll be trying to play this game and they're like, oh, you know, how am I supposed to beat people who have teams loaded with like a trillion dudes who could totally crush my soul? How am I supposed to stop Napoleon, for instance? Napoleon, who is the flavor of the month, and it will be the flavor of the month for a little bit, as he crushes everyone's goalkeepers and those goalkeepers' dreams. And they're trying to be like, well, how do I beat people in this game? I don't understand. And that can be pretty, it's a pretty daunting question, right? Like, how am I supposed to beat a dude who, and then let's look at Louis Napoleon. Louis Napoleon, right? France's ace striker. We know that his stats are really loaded. He's a 54k character, and he shoots at 11,534. And we have no reason to believe that that's not one of the best shots in the game. And so we're gonna actually look at all the best shots in the game. And the best shooters in the game are Brian, Hino, Vulcan, and Napoleon. And Napoleon gets 11,534. And then, well, 11,534 isn't the end of it, because if you pair him with Pierre, he's actually 12,687, and as you can see, that's higher than even Kluivert. And that's rough. And so a lot of people ask, you know, a lot of people aren't willing to do the things that you need to do to actually win. Jumping Tiger Volleys up. Alright, I'll join that. You know, I think if I have 6 silver tickets, I'll join it. If not, I mean, I'll join it anyway. I still have time, you know? It's only 1 hour. Whoa. I forgot I need to close a bunch of windows if I want this to work right. And no one ever makes any notes on Facebook about whether they care that I'm streaming or not, so I'm just gonna ignore that. So anyway, where are my windows at? Where's my streaming window at? Sick. Anyway, so let's talk about this. If you're wondering, well, how am I supposed to deal with 12,687 shot? A shot that's stronger than Kluivert, and then it's like times... It's a 30% formation, so he's firing on all cylinders. And he's got a base 255 shot, and he's just cannonballing me for 42k. How do I deal with that? Well, the short answer of that is that you don't let him shoot. And if you're going to have to make him shoot from far enough that you can have strategies to mitigate that. I have a question about missions reward with our player. Jairi, that will not be for today because I frankly don't know enough about it to give you an answer that you'll be satisfied with or that I'll be satisfied with. Because I'm not 100% sure, right? When I know more, like tomorrow, and I've done it a couple times, I'll make the video tomorrow will be all about it. I did say I was gonna check it out. Maybe I'll check it out with an alt, and then I'll do more. Anyway, let's talk about how we can beat something like this, like a 42k shot. First off, let's not talk about stand firm because that's an easy solution. Let's talk about something really basic. Let's talk about the mentality of how you should approach the game. Captain Tsubasa, like any soccer game, is a game about scoring more goals than your opponent. It's very difficult for someone to score goals if they don't have the ball. So if you don't give someone the chance to get the ball, then what's gonna happen? Well, obviously they can't shoot, and if they can't shoot, they can't score. But it's not just that. What if you also prevent people from, being able to shoot from easy locations? Cover every possible option. Playing in such a way that allows you to control where people are on the map, I should say. And the only real way to demonstrate that is through use of passives, through use of everything, and through use kind of like of diagrams, I guess. And so I'm gonna see if I can't get a screenshot of this game while nothing's happened yet. So let me see if I have that that Zoom It app that I was gonna use. Zoom It. Now, how does Zoom It work? I'm gonna see if I can't. Oh, that's a lot of Hugas. So we're gonna start a game here. I'm gonna start just a regular game, right? And so I think I'm gonna see if this Zoom It app lets me do like Telestrator shit over it, because I really want a Telestrator app. There has to be like a Telestrator app on the internet, right? Let's go find ourselves a Telestrator app. Streaming Telestrator, drawing on the screen. This is the one where they use Zoom It or whatever. Oh no, this is the one where they use MS Paint. That's pretty ghetto. I actually really like that. I already know what they want me to do too. Like, that's easy. Right? So if I just do that, you guys will be able to see that. Right? Like, actually I could just open paint.net, frankly. And then just create a new layer. We're just gonna do that. We're gonna do it the super lazy way, which is I'm gonna use a paint tool, and on the new layer I'm gonna use painting tools. And let's pull this up. Boom. This looks super ghetto. I love it. Alright. How do I change my colors in this? In this again? Because I don't remember. Color, 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 color. Da, 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 da. Where's the color editor? Where's my palette? I haven't used this in a while, so I'm kind of tilted. Anyway, so let's talk about where players are positioned. A lot of people don't understand that this down here is some... Oh, there it is. That this stuff down here is actually some of the most important stuff in the game. No one pays attention to this. Why? I still don't know. Right? Like, this is like... being able to place your formations on the fly and being able to do that comprehensively is like one of the strongest things you can do in this game. And why people don't use it better is your guess is as good as mine, right? But basically what it comes down to it is, let's say that you have... Let's say that you started this game, right? And let's say that this is actually Napoleon. Let's say that this is actually Raiju, or I guess it would be easier to just say leave Hyuga, right? And then let's say this guy is Napoleon. What would be the easiest way, right? To like not let this guy come in here and just give you the hot potato. Well, the easiest way to just don't circulate the bar around him. You don't want him to have the ball, so you pass, you pass, you pass. And you see what's going on up here. And you try to break through... Oh, really? Gale, there's no room anywhere, I'm sorry. Anyways, right? So you want to circulate the ball around. But people will just stubbornly try to be like, oh, I'll just go over here and see what I can do. And then if the ball gets loose around this area... and Napoleon's nearby, Napoleon has a higher chance of getting it. Obviously, it doesn't matter too much. Let's say this is like Samurai Takeshi. He's going to be able to solid pass the ball over. You know, don't worry too much about that. Because that's going to happen too, right? And so what you end up having to do is that you have to decide what your team composition is going to look like. You want good pass cuts kind of clogging this zone. You want good pass cutters, okay? You want to cut here. You want good pass cutting in this area of the map. It's also good to have pass cutting up here, but a little less important. The reason why you want pass cutting here is because most passes have to travel in some way through the middle of the field. It's not common for a defender to pass straight up. It's more common for a defender to try to swing the ball any which way, and as long as you have good pass cuts here, you're in good shape. Now, sometimes you don't have that option, right? Like, for example, I have to run Urabe because he's a better blocker. And so in those cases, if you're running people who are better blockers up here in your midfield, then you want to be running only defense, right? And you want to be running balance as well. But you rarely want to go in offense. If you go in offense, it's because you're confident in your central pass cutting. Obviously, Misaki here is a good pass cutter, but it's kind of chancy because he's a good pass cutter because his pass cut ability might fire randomly, but people will still sometimes just test it, like they don't care. And so this area right here, or this area which I'm going to mark orange, is going to be like the pass cut zone. This is the zone where most of the ball is going to be traveling through almost all the time. You want to be able to beat the pass cut zone. And if you're playing on defense, if you're the person who's worrying about people, you want to have a lot of strength in the pass cut zone. Because what's going to end up happening a lot is that people are going to give the ball to like your errant Napoleon, who's going to be here, and he's going to want to 1-2 his way up. But if you have pass cutters here, they can actually go ahead and try to take the ball. Now, obviously, if you have something like you don't have like any tackling threats, like for example, my tackling threat is up here. That means that I have a lot of weaknesses kind of on this side, and I only have Soda to remedy that. I'm drawing a lot of weird shapes and stuff. What I'm trying to say is that Soda's influence, for example, is only about this part of the map at any given time. Every now and then he influences this part, but it's not common that he influences that part of the pitch. He's more likely to be influencing this big circle. This part he occasionally influences, and he will occasionally kind of like come up here, but it's rare, right? And so that's the only big tackling threat. Obviously, I have two big tackles here, so I have another tackle kind of like this. And because of Aoi, I have like another tackling threat that goes somewhat like this and like this. And so people, at the end of the day, what this ends up creating is that people want to move the ball through the middle, because if they don't not good passers, they don't want to come through the sides. But if they are good passers, then they just get by pretty easily because my pass cutter is right here. And so you don't want a weak formation like this. Ironically, my formation is not particularly strong. I wouldn't say it's very scary. Now, if you had like Kazuo and Masao here and here instead, then your danger zone of where people can't pass the ball is suddenly like this big, with a little bit of like this, because of how Kazuo and Masao might be able to stretch out. And so that's why those two players in the Dream Collection were so prized. If this was the green Tsubasa from Money, he'd be a little scarier, but it is what it is. Anyway, so knowing that this zone right here is kind of like the zone where almost everything is going to happen, if you're just trying to keep Napoleon out of the game, then there's a very easy way to do it. And that is, you make sure that the opponent doesn't get the ball basically ever. And one of the ways that you're going to make sure that that doesn't happen is white passing. And people kind of often underestimate white passing. They think they only have to white pass to move the ball so that they can get it to another player, but that's not the case. The case is actually something more like you're white passing to prevent forwards from collapsing on your defenders. A lot of the time people will see me play, and you'll wind up seeing situations where like there's a player here and there's a player here, and you can drag the players to you to create gaps by, let's say you give the ball to Aoi, who's really fast, and you just click and drag him this way so that the forwards chase you a little bit, or the forwards and sometimes the midfielder chase you a little bit, and then once they're kind of out of the way, you pass, and then you run up, and then you kind of only have to deal with this guy, because this guy will have also come up. And then that's also a lot of like their threat. Sometimes also, like depending on the formations they run, if they're running like 4-1-2-3, I mean 4-1-3-2, stuff like that, where their midfield is not particularly heavy, you can then, for example, like Klobasa has a 1-2, but it's not crazy strong. It is still 210, but his passing stats are so high that you can just 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, and then suddenly you're all the way over here, and as long as your forwards are anywhere in this area, you can swing the ball in for a close shot. Now, in some cases, you'll have situations like Napoleon. Napoleon will have, good old Napoleon right here, will have his own 1-2, and he'll be able to just kind of bring the ball up himself. You're slightly comfortable with that? It's okay if he does that, and I'll tell you why. 1-2s are really expensive. You kind of would rather he 1-2 his way up than get served the ball from your midfielder. So if you have average midfielders at pass cutting, then that's okay, so long as you make sure that Napoleon starts with the ball, so that he has to bring the ball up himself. You can take 1 goal. If you take 1 goal, you're fine. If you take 2 goals, you're in trouble. He does get a B61 too, that makes it pretty terrifying also. So once he does get that, which is going to be him and Misaki, you still kind of want to make him spend it, because it's still like a 310, 350 stamina 1-2. It's better to get, it's fine if he spends the stamina on moving up as opposed to shooting, especially if you have ways to stop it. But I digress. We're gonna go back again to like the areas that you gotta worry about. Now, this is unreal. Still can't get in. Keep it casual. Get that shit out of here. Now let's talk about the let's talk about in general how you should be thinking of getting the ball to your players, right? Hold on. Let's talk about, I don't know how best to describe this. This will be my first time really trying to describe shit like this, so having a little bit of trouble. So anyway, here's ideas, right? If you're trying to move while you don't use Illustrator, do I look like I own Adobe Illustrator? Let's talk about how you can get around this, right? A lot of people want to know, let's say their team is loaded with like big old defenders, right? Let's say you are this guy right here. This guy right here, and you don't want to use a ton of stamina having a 1-2 every time. Let's say you're running up this way, and out of the corner of your eye, you spot him. It's a big nasty defender. You got here, I don't know. Maybe it's just Napoleon, right? You have a really high pass stat, but you don't really want to deal with him. Now, people, there's a way to deal with this. Tap the ball, like literally when you're right here and they're about to do a matchup, tap the ball right here. Just tap right there. Send the ball that way. You know what ends up happening? You clear that. You clear that defender. You can't do it to everyone. You have to do it to people who have lower pass cuts than you, right? But don't be afraid to just like, if you're running up on the dude and the dude's just right here, don't be afraid to pass it right behind them. Just immediately defeat the matchup. Don't deal with the matchup. There's no reason to deal with a matchup that you don't have to take. A lot of people will be like, oh, but matchups are why Captain Tsubasa's cool, yada yada. That's great and all, but if you take a matchup and you're gonna lose that matchup and you decide to take it anyway because that's just how the game is, then you're an idiot. Like, you're legit dumb. Unless you're doing it to waste stamina, you're going to go literally run up to them, to use a white skill to drain their stamina when they use a bigger skill. But that's also kind of just... that's silly. Don't do that. Play to actually try to win. Don't play to like be like, I don't wanna... white passing's cheap. White passing's not cheap. White passing is how you can beat a dude with a 255 momentum tackle and 10k tackle stat. You don't get into a situation where they can tackle you. That's redonkulous. That's how forwards right now can even try to deal with some of these defenders. You're not going to run up to Alberto with your guy who can't dribble and can't pass, and you're all the way out here, and Alberto rushes you down right here. You're not just going to shoot from that angle. That angle's garbage. Pass out over them. Now, Totoro is always like, you can match up in white skill to bait out skill. Yes, but good players, if they take the ball, are going to punish you for it. If you're running like a red goalkeeper and there's Rivaul on their team, why would you give them the ball? Do you have stand firm right here like I do? Is this boy here guarding your goal? Making sure that you can't just get hit by a long distance nuclear tactical strike? No? Then don't give them the ball. Giving the opponent the ball when you don't need to, the only good thing about it is that you get full power soccer faster. Everything else about it sucks. There's no reason to give the opponent the ball if you can help it. If you can prevent the opponent from taking the ball, and you don't, what are you doing? If you could trust, you might be able to trust your defenders, but it's a tall order. And if you don't have good defenders because your team is inexpensive and you didn't spend a whole lot of money and you're playing against Omega Whale 5000, the King of Whales, if you're looking down at Moby Dick itself, if you're not Ahab, don't bother. Okay? Even Ahab shouldn't bother. Ahab should white pass. White pass over the defender. You're trading them getting a little bit of full power soccer for you having a clearer shot at whatever you're trying to do. If I'm here with Hino and I have two defenders rushing at me and I can disable both of them with a white pass, I'm doing it. There's no reason for me to try to fight two defenders. That's idiotic. If it's Kaltz, okay, I can't do it because Kaltz is strong. So maybe I run straight at Kaltz so I get into a matchup where I know my shot is going to be Kaltz. And that's the second thing. You got to start learning what matchups you want to take. Okay? I see a lot of people will be playing this game. They'll just kind of like run into like Robson and then be like, I don't know what to do about him. Well, and they're by themselves, right? It's just like Hino's here by himself. And it's just Hino, Robson, Jito. You're surrounded by a bunch of dudes. Hyuga's like back here. So Hyuga can't help you unless you pass it back. And then you lose a lot of forward momentum. Just stop taking these bad matchups, man. Just stop it. If you're here and you see fucking Robson's enormous English ass is barreling down on you, move down this way. Take the fight with the defensive midfielder. Might be Kaltz. And he'll go, oh shit, what do I do? And most of the time he's gonna go, I'm gonna artistic intercept because he's gonna do something, dude, and then just let that double spin, double whatever the fuck tornado shot loose. It's at least straight on, so even though it's outside of the penalty box, it's still very strong. Just do the thing. You're ignoring one fact because in theory, I think most of the players know that. The slower phone or the lag. If you're on a slower phone, what you can do is that you can Google Nox, right? It's an emulator, and play on your goddamn computer. If you're gonna play against other people, stop playing on your whack phone from 2007. Just stop it. Your old Galaxy S2 can't handle the game anymore. Just stop it. Stop. Use an emulator. It's a little more annoying to get into game lobbies. Sure. But you'll be doing better. Alright? Don't blame the lag. And by the way, most of the time, the game will freeze for the opponent until the person with the slower phone can play. And you'll have time. The game doesn't lag that much, even on a kind of a busted phone. Okay? And besides, honestly, if your phone is kind of whack and you can't play the game and you can't do any better, then don't complain about online. Just do your best. If you have lag in the emulator, I don't know how to help you because I don't know what you're experiencing. But even then, you gotta still try. You gotta like pull on your players. You gotta like mash on your players. Another way you can do it is that if you're really trying to do, just do the thing. Now, Totoro says if you take a matchup and win it, you get invincible frames. That is correct. That is another thing. Anytime that you win a matchup, you get something like 2 seconds worth. That's 2 whole seconds worth of being able to just coast. Okay, so let's say let's say they're playing like a 2 defensive midfielder thing going on here, and one of them is like the old cults. And the other one's like Matsuyama, Samurai, maxed out everything. And you know that the old cults doesn't really have a max tackle yet because they're still kind of working on them. You've seen them. Like, you run into a matchup before and you see that. Well, you gotta go and you gotta abuse that. So, you go over to the cults to force the matchup. It's just him. And then you use your big fat dribble if you have one, and if not, use a 1-2. Use anything you can to get around them. And when you disable him, you're gonna have invincibility frames. You got 2 seconds, so reposition yourself and shoot. Just smash this, go. But don't just not do anything. A lot of people they're just like, oh man, the 2 players fell on me. What am I gonna do? A lot of people don't understand that you can go for a better matchup. You can pick a better matchup. Also, sometimes move backwards. If you see that you're gonna get clumped into 3 players, dude, just walk back. Take the one-on-one. Move back. Give yourself space. Not enough people simply walk backwards. More people should just walk away. I don't understand why more people don't do it. There's no need to just go in there like mindlessly and just get trashed every time by a 3 matchup. Gelio says pass behind the player. That doesn't always work. You know, maybe you can pass to a player behind you to set yourself up, right? So that the DM gets disabled and your midfielder can move forward and then swing the ball into the box. That's also possible. There's a lot of different things you can do, and it comes down to experience. You gotta know what to do in the box. But there's a bunch of things you can do, and so some of the most obvious are obviously pass the ball behind the defender. People don't think about that. Just pass the ball right kind of on them. They'll get disabled if they can't intercept the ball, and then you can just walk up and pick it up. Obviously, be careful for offsides. That is one way to beat an offside trap with a midfielder. You literally just walk up to their defender, tap it over, and then keep going. You can also, if you send a pass over, you can set up a pass so that your forward falls with the defensive midfielder, and then you get to just fire away. A lot of defensive midfielders don't have great blocks. Some do. Some are like Pierre. Some are like Urabe, who can block, which is why I have them here. It's so that I can prevent strategies like that. Rivaul, a lot of the times Rivauls will wind up matched up against Urabe, and they're just like, what do I do? This guy has like 880 block, and then they try to dribble, and then my block is so high, and I have a agility killer that I still trade, even though they properly guessed that they needed to dribble. And they don't have a 1-2 yet, and the ones that do have a 1-2, you know, whatever, you let them through. But I wasted some stamina, but they wasted a lot of stamina on a 1-2. Those are all things that you're trying to do, right? Get your opponent to pay the toll for doing something, right? And then sometimes I won't. Sometimes I'll see a 1-2 and I'll just go in and I'll just smack forcible interception, because you never know. Sometimes they will do B60 1-2 and then you will stick your leg out and touch it and they'll stop them. And that's sometimes just as good, right? But yeah, so let's talk about other ways that you can prevent people from scoring. At the beginning of the game, you can get this character right here. This is Misugi. A lot of people online are like, oh my god, why do people abuse Rivaul? All they do is get over here, Oretachi ga number 1 dot wham. I was one of those people. I was like, wow, that's really broken. And then I remembered, oh yeah, Misugi has a passive that literally he has to touch the ball. And I remember thinking about that, and I was like, huh, if we're in Rivaul long distance shot meta, isn't the easiest counter to simply take away the long distance shot? And so I started putting Misugi as a central defender. And it turns out that this is much better than people expected for a variety of reasons. Napoleons that are forced to shoot from out here have to run into stand firm. Doesn't work. Rivalos will try to shoot from anywhere in this zone right here, and it runs into stand firm. Doesn't work. And so you end up having to force people to get really close and personal with your goalkeeper if they want to accomplish literally anything. And you want that. You want to make people have to shoot from long distance by having good enough defenders at defensive midfielder maybe to force them to shoot. But also you want to have, as a central defender, someone like a Green Bunak or a Green Misugi and play in defensive mode. Now, a lot of people say, well, this doesn't work because Misugi will come out. Okay, Misugi will sit right here, which counts as right in front of the goal to stand firm, so long as you're in defense mode. So if you give up the ball and you're relying on stand firm to help you out, hit defense, let him fall all the way back. And then your defensive midfielders will wind up like right here also, which is very, very, very strong. And that's fantastic. You want both of those things. If you have... This is basically like running 5 defenders right here, with 3 midfielders and 2 forwards. This is actually more or less how my formation actually pans out. So this is why, by the way, I'm going to also talk about briefly formations, but I'll talk about that in a little bit. And I'll talk about why formation buffs are sometimes a little less important than where your players stand and how the AI controls your players depending on your formation. But we'll get to that. Now, with this formation set up weirdly the way it is, you'll notice that there's no clear passing lanes here. While here there are 2 clear passing lanes. Here there's no... This is the closest to passing lanes we have. Right? And they're easily pass cuttable by fast players. Right? Here there's wide lanes, which are kind of easy to take advantage of. This is why I don't like 4-1-3-2, is because it creates gaps. And I'll talk about formation gaps in a second. Let's talk about formation gaps. So we're gonna create a new layer, and this layer is just gonna be white. We're just gonna create a white layer. Boom. Okay. And let's talk about formation gaps. When you have a 4-1-3-2, you have your goalkeeper, and then you have this is how your defenders stand, okay, in a 4-1-3-2. This is how your players stand in a 4-1-3-2. I'm not even exaggerating that much. I know it looks like I'm separating them a lot, but they actually really are that separated. And so, since in a 4-1-3-2, since the most common formation for 4-1-3-2 is that you'll end up seeing against it is... And I'm just gonna erase this by now, frankly. I'm just gonna... I don't need that anymore. The most common formation against the 4-1-3-2 is the most common like formation will have 2 strikers, and they may have three attacking midfielders, but even if they did have 3 attacking midfielders and they were layered like this, it's not too difficult then to swing in passes through here, through here, through here, through here, and that way. And it's very hard for the defenders to cover those passing lanes. And it feels like they should, and rather often they don't. Now, if you do... Now, 3-1-4-2 is interesting. 3-1-4-2 can work in this meta right now because... The reason why 3-1-4-2 can work in this meta, and I'm gonna illustrate why I think it can work. The reason why 3-1-4-2 can work in this meta is because you end up with something like this. Right? You end up with something like this. Actually, they're a bit wider, more spread up out, because that's how 3 defenders works. Right? Now, the reason why 3-1-4-2 works actually kind of well now is because, again, especially against 4-1-3-2, is that you get direct passing lanes. It's actually omega good in this regard, because you have easy passing lanes from your central midfielders. You have an easy passing lane from your defensive midfielder up. And it's usually very easy for your side defenders to swing the ball up. Now, normally that's not a real big concern, but you can end up doing stuff like this, right? You end up doing stuff like this, where once the 2 forwards have sort of sank into the attacking formation, because you're playing in balance, you open up passing lanes here to get the ball up. So I've seen people who play 3-1-4-2 into 4-1-3-2, that literally are so used to facing that formation that they just go tap, 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 and the Napoleon has the ball. And it's like almost instant. And it's like super frustrating, because you're like, oh, I didn't expect that to happen. Right? You were like expecting the ball to circulate a lot slower, and next thing you know, Napoleon's breathing down your neck. And then all Napoleon has to do is kind of adjust this way and get into a matchup with the defensive midfielder, and suddenly you're taking a really big cannon shot that Bunak or Misugi can't defend, because you're in a 4 defensive formation, which is bad. 4 defensive formation is bad if you're relying on Bunak or Green Misugi to help you defend from shit, because they don't block the goal. The reason for a 4 defender formation is because you're hoping actually that these 3 collapse on a defender that tries to break away into the middle, and that doesn't always happen, especially if they beat the defensive midfielder. You wind up with a clear shot at goal. It might be a little bit further, but it's not perfect. And so that's kind of the problem with trying to defend that formation. And even 3-2-3-2, which is what people think maybe doesn't have a whole lot of defense. This is 3-2-3-2, right? This is kind of what 3-2-3-2 winds up looking like. It's actually, they kind of spread out a lot more in the midfield, so it's actually kind of more like this. Now the passing lanes here aren't great, but it's very easy to get the ball to your wings, right? It's very easy to swing the ball here and then swing the ball in and this way, right? Those are your passing lanes, kind of. And every now and then, this is a passing lane. But 3 formation is... The beauty of the 3-2-3-2 is that there's kind of an answer, a little bit of an answer to everything. You'll end up seeing also a lot of, for example, people who have good defensive midfielders with good passing skills, and they'll just sling it. You know, like you have like Red Matsuyama with a C40 Eagle Pass, so it's actually kind of strong. It'll just go whoop, and it'll just be placed like right here so that Napoleon can get it, or they'll put it like right here in a cheap spot so that you match up only with 1 defender, and it'll clear like 3 people and give them a lot of full power soccer, but you get like a 1-on-1 against 1 defender, and that's really nice, right? So there's a lot of ways to go about this. So you should consider your formation very carefully. This is my opinion why 3-2-3-2-S is the best formation in the game. It's not because of the buff, okay? The buff is nice, but the reason the formation is actually very good is actually less to do with the buff and more to do where your players are standing, and more to do with the players that you get to put on the field as a result. Defensive midfielders kind of get a bad rap for maybe not being extraordinarily great. And that's just a fact of life, you know. They're not overwhelming, but some of them are very strong at a bunch of different things. Whoa. Right? A bunch of them are pretty strong at a bunch of different things. And in 3-2-3-2, let's say if like let's say an attacker breaks in here, right? if an attacker breaks in here, what ends up happening a lot is that they have to at least fight 2 opponents. Especially if you're in like defensive mode, so all of your players are pulled back. Right? All of your players are kind of pulled back. And you'll end up seeing that they'll have a matchup with this guy and this guy. And so that's fine. And a lot of the times, if you're playing, for example, Green has 2 really good blockers at defensive midfielder. And so it makes life kind of like a living hell. Right? Or if you have Soda, so you have like maybe Soda and Urabe collapsing on a guy. And so Soda is going to S1 tackle with his 12k or something obscene tackle. And then also Urabe is going to throw out an S80 block, an A80 block, and that's just obnoxious. And so there's a lot of different things that you can do there to sort of mitigate people and their strategies. But at the end of the day, you know, it all comes back to the formation and the proper use of, you know, where the fuck did I draw on? Oh shit, I drew straight on the background. Whoops. You know, it ends up being a lot about properly using the tools at your disposal. And so, you know, use them, right? Don't think that white passing around, right? Don't think that, oh, white passing around is cheap, you know, running out the clock is cheap. That's another thing. Let's talk for a brief moment about running out the clock. A lot of people are gonna be like, "Oh, that's some," like NBA 01 says, "Oh, that's pussy play." First off, if I am up 1-0, and this entire part of the field is like full of Dreamfest and Dream Collection characters, I'm not gonna walk in there with the ball. What are you, stupid? I lose the ball there, and I give you a chance to score, and then I'm gonna tie, and then it's a lot harder. Don't do that. Don't do that to yourself. Get rid of that crappy, shitty, awful mentality that you have to go in because that's how Captain Tsubasa is played. The reason you can white pass is because that's also how Captain Tsubasa is played. Don't give me this, it's lame shit. If the other person wants to take the ball for real, they're going to push this, and they're going to hold this button down, and they're going to come get that ball. And that's what you should do. Oh, they're playing to waste time, and I can't get to the ball. Well, then do something about it. Don't sit there and whine, that's for losers. No, dude, you're the one who's losing. You're the one who needs to go out there and fetch the goddamn ball. Don't give me this shit. Don't go out there like fucking talking shit because you don't know how to deal with someone doing something that's not comfortable for you. Get out there and swing all of your crazy Dreamfest players and take a risk. You're down 1-0. What's the worst that could happen? You're still losing. The only way you can win at that point is taking risks. So if you're thinking that you're going to get to take no risks and lose 1-0, if that's what you want, sure. But the person with the lead is under no incentive to do something for you. Okay? The person in the lead is under no incentive of letting you back in the game. You, as the person in the lead, have no incentive to give the game back to the other person. Okay? Like, why would you do that? And Alpuria goes, but even if you get to them, they just white pass to the other side. Well, but at the very least, you know what's happening? They're going to be passing the ball around, trying to beat it. If you pressure with offense and you hold press, your entire team moves forward. And the further back the ball is, if the ball is here, right? If the ball is here, then your forwards will wind up here, and your midfielders will wind up here, and your defensive midfielders will wind up here, and your defenders will be all the way up here. Is that risky? Yes, it is. And you know what? You're losing. Take a risk. Take a risk. Oh, they're just going to pass the ball around. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. And the more you press, eventually, the midfielders will start getting on it because the midfielder AI will go, well, you're holding press, so I have to go get the ball. Go get the ball. Don't whine about it. Sure, you know what? Sometimes that's what they want. Especially at me. I see that happening, I'm like, it's counter-attacking time. But you know what is better? You know what that is better than? It's better than nothing happening. You're making me use stamina. You're making me take my guy and then 1-2 my way up, keep moving forward, and then try to beat some people so I could swing it into an open forward. And it's better than sitting there and watching the time count down while you're losing 1-0. Would you rather just lose the game? Don't make excuses for, oh, but even if you get to... No! Go get the freaking ball. If you're running one forward, it's actually better if you're running 4 midfielders. If you're running like 4-1-4-1, then the midfielders move up really far. I'm not saying you should not take the risk. I'm saying in reality at this meta, it's kind of impossible to get the ball. If the other guy is wailing really hard and you're in a bad matchup color-wise and they have good passers, yeah, if they score first, maybe you lose. I can't help you with that. At that point, I can't help you with that. The only thing you can do is take more risks. And then pull back a little bit when you think that they're going to like start counterattacking. And then catch them in a mistake. Sometimes that's all you can do. Maybe sometimes your subs should be players that are better at pass cutting. Maybe you don't start Kazuo and Masao because you're trying to score a goal early. And then once you're winning the game, you put in both Kazuo, Masao, and Jito off to a side. So they literally, once, if they have the ball, they can't bring it in because there's pass cuts. And after that, you just pass the ball around for 45 minutes. You know, they tried to do it to Nankatsu. You know, the birdcage. And the only way they could break it, the only way they could break the birdcage was by Tsubasa hustling his ass in there. And then Ishizaki hustling his ass in there. All they could do was hustle. If you don't hustle, you're not going to win. That's a lesson you got to learn. If you don't hustle, you're not going to win. And furthermore, you need to also be cheap. If you're in the lead, you don't give them the ball back. If they have 2 Dreamfest forwards and you're going out there to fight with a lead, you stupid. Unless it's easy for you to get the extra goal to pad it to like 2-0, then sure, you know, if you see an open lane and it's about time that you could maybe make the score 2-0, sure, go attack. But if it's a 1-0 lead and they haven't shown you any reason, then go for it. It's a pussy play, and I don't usually do that even when... Alright, dude, you know what? Tanny. Keep losing, I guess. I don't understand. I don't understand the mentality. What would you do instead? You're fighting against Napoleon with Pierre on the field. Diaz or Hyuga is the other one. And then do the other people in the middle. If you're playing against Kayuki on stream, dude, sure, go for it. When you get the ball, go and attack. It's completely different. If you're playing against friends, it's completely different. You're trying to enjoy yourselves. You're trying to crash cool skills into each other. You want it to be fun and exciting. Okay. You know what? Do whatever you want at that point. But if you're trying to get online points, you know, why are you like, oh, it's a pussy play? No. No. The game doesn't care. The game doesn't care whether it's a pussy play or not. The game is going to award a win and the game is going to award a loss. And last I checked, there's winners and losers. Oh, keep shooting him. Shooting is the most pussy play in the world? No, that's a legitimate strategy. It just doesn't work. You know, it's a legitimate strategy to keep shooting over and over again if you know your opponent is stupid and they're going to give you the ball back. Yes, do it. Do it. If you have a rival and people keep giving you the ball because they're bad players, keep shooting over and over. Make the goalkeeper pay for it. Okay? Do that. Seriously. And you're going to go, oh, well, that's pussy shit. No, it's not. If the opponent is too dumb, okay? Straight up. If the opponent is too dumb, right? They're just like, and they keep trying to go into matchups that they have no chance of winning, or white passing over Masao or Kazuo or Kalt, and all they do is keep giving you the ball back and keep giving you the ball back and keep giving you the ball back. Yeah, Rival will shoot B60 all day. Nankatsu, put your long distance Tsubasa V3 shot on a good Tsubasa and do it all day. Go for it. Why not? Listen, if your opponent turns their brain off, you're allowed to turn your brain off a little bit. I don't understand what the problem is. If your opponent isn't going to think, isn't going to expend the brain cells to beat you, then go for it. Over-abuse of cheap play is not skill, mate. I'm not going to play 100% Omega skill every game. There are games where if the opponent is dumb, I'm going to do dumb shit right back at them. Do you want to know why? Because playing with skill all the time is exhausting. It takes a toll on you mentally. And this is true. Ask people who play, for example, I'm going to bring an example from fighting games up. A lot of really good fighting game players develop two styles. They have the style that they play in pool competition, which is where they're trying to qualify for the big tournament. And they have the style they play against really good players. Okay? Against people in pools, they don't go in with a complicated game plan. They're going to go, I'm going to do the same thing over and over again until they adapt. And they're just going to do the same dumb shit over and over again to see if you can figure it out. And if you can't, they're going to hit you with the same stupid shit repeatedly until you prove you can do anything about it. That's Revolve B60 shot. If you're not smart enough to stop B60 shot, then I'm going to keep doing it until you show me that you have an alternative. Okay? You're saying, oh, there's no skill, mate. Okay, yeah, sure. But if you can't do anything about it, the responsibility is not on me to play better. The responsibility is on you to play better to make me stop doing it. Okay? If you're losing to B60 Revolve shot, then I'm going to keep doing it because I want to win. I want the black balls at the end of the season. I want to go cash my black balls in. All my online coins for some black balls, or maybe for a cool character. Tanny, that's also fine, you know? Passing the ball around is the same idea. If the opponent can't do anything about it and they don't show any willingness to do anything about it, okay. 45 minutes is done. Peace, next game. And you're saying that's not a hard thing to do and it's not fun. Okay, but people who can't do anything about that aren't fun for me to play. If you can't break out of a bad strategy, you have no hope for doing anything else. You're not thinking enough for me to do anything else. Why would I do anything else? Am I conveying that idea properly? There must be a better way to convey this concept, right? If you can't defeat a basic strategy, then you and I are not on the same level of thought, and I don't have to play hard against you. Does that make any sense? It's the same thing with you. It's not, someone says fight cancer with cancer, and no. If you're going to do B60 shot, then I'm going to show you that I'm ready for it by putting Bunak or Misugi in the center, and he's right there. You know? Maybe I'll play Bunak first half, and when Bunak gets tired, I'll put Misugi in. You know? Those are kind of the ideas I'm trying to say. Parking the bus is a little boring, I understand that, but you can always just go all in and try to take the ball from me. And again, that's what Nankatsu does in the anime and in the manga to deal with it. Now, okay, I feel Galio on this. Practicality versus flair. If you want to win and be really fancy, I feel you. That's when I put Espadas in, right? But I put Espadas in when it's like, it's a friendly, I think that I'm going to beat the other guy no matter what, because I think their strategy is bad and they're not thinking, you know? I'll do that. That's fun too. But if I'm going to play against a guy who's got a really strong team and they've clearly spent a lot of money on it, I'm not going to sit here and philosophize about whether I should really go out there and like try to throw my free-to-play or not as expensive team against fucking Moby Dick. No. I'm going to score my goal and I'm going to hang out on my side of the field with the ball until you do something about it. There's times where I've played up until I've done nothing until, and I start with the ball, or they start with the ball, I get the ball back, and I kick it back. And I sit with the ball in my half of the field for like the 30 or so until it's 35 left. And then I counterattack really hard, I swing the ball in, I try to score, and if I score, and I start with the ball next half, that's it. The other guy with his like 680 team against what I used to have was a 601. I just passed the ball around, and I'm like, okay, do something about this. And then they wouldn't. They would stay in like balanced or defense. And I'm just like, what are you doing? What do you think I'm going to do? Like, I'm not going to kill a whale with a 600k team when they're trying to roll out a 700k team or most team. You gotta do what you can to win. Especially against people with more money than you. That, you know, like, there are some people with bankrolls that you won't dream of, and they're going to do everything in their power to beat you, and they've already done it. It's called buying a lot of units. And first off, you know, what the hell? You're not gonna sit there and just let their money just run you over. I mean, you can if you want. That's all up to you. But I'm not gonna do that. That's shitty. That's boring. I'm not gonna let some dude with a sick team flaunt his money on me. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna try to beat him. Now, if you don't agree with that philosophy, that's fine. But if you're trying to win in this game, and let's say you're free to play and you can't really put a team together, but it's kind of coming along, and you really want to win because you need the black balls for your goalkeeper and a bunch of other stuff, then you're not allowed to have a very complicated opinion on this. You should be looking for every little bit of every tiny inch of legal game allowed ground that the game will give you to try to beat the opponent. Because the other guy is wheeling in a 700k team against your 450 to 500k team. You're going to need something. Okay? You're going to need anything. And a lot of it is going to be, if you're David versus Goliath, don't let Goliath play. Move around from Goliath. Pepper him with stones. That's how David did it. Okay? You're fast. You're nimble. You're quick. You need strategy at that point. Strategy beats... The way that Aaron put it, skill beats money. And I know a lot of times you people are like, oh, but that shit takes no skill. Yes, it does. Because if you make a mistake and you turn the ball over, maybe they're all the way up in your shit and you're going to lose. Okay? Avoiding matchups isn't always that easy, especially as they decide they're going to collapse. Making snap decisions, pretty complicated also. Making good snap decisions, complicated. Make the right decisions. Use all of the features that the game gives you to try to beat better players, and then put them to work. Do the thing. Don't just go, oh, I'm just going to go for it. IG is correct. It's not just called a meta just because it sounds cool. Okay? You got to go for it. And now I went on a spectacular rant about this for like 20 minutes. Rachel must be like, could you shut the fuck up? Thumbs up. Holy crap. But don't get pressured into playing a certain way because people tell you that, oh, you're being dishonorable, blah, blah, blah. Miss me with that shit. The strongest players in this game wail super hard and know what they're doing. And trust me when I tell you that they are going to be as cheap as possible. In Street Fighter, when fireballs were the broken thing, you know, people that said, oh, fireballs are cheap, got laughed out of the arcade at some point. People used to say throws are cheap, slowly but surely. Those people basically didn't survive in the arcades. They got weeded out because they weren't trying to learn the game. They were trying to play their own weird game that somehow didn't involve throwing. I mean, you're not wrong, Gale, not anymore. But I'm not that whaley because my skills aren't like A80 everywhere. I only have a couple of A80s. The real whales are like A80 everywhere. Really high S skills. And they have like 4 bots, and or they bought a bot online, you know. Those people are like, fuck. Now, you do what you must do to win, even if it's boring. I don't think it's boring. If you think it's boring, maybe this isn't the game for you. Maybe you need to play something else. Because you gotta do your thing, man. Tanny, if we have a word for people who keep themselves, that deny themselves aspects of strategy because they tell themselves that that strategy is not valid or not good or not cool or whatever. Fighting game people call those people scrubs. I think you just don't want to do it. I don't care. I think I'm kind of over that weird David Serlin play to win 100% mentality. There's other ways to win, but if you don't do everything that you can, and that sometimes involves strategies that seem inelegant, if you don't do those strategies, other people will never find out how to beat them. And if those strategies aren't done to you, you will never find out a way how to beat them. You will only talk about how cheap it is. if you don't find the way to beat it, it will always beat you. And I don't think it's a chore. It doesn't have to be a chore. I think learning how to beat things is interesting. I think figuring out. I think one of my happiest moments was like, oh yeah, we have Stand Firm already. I was getting destroyed online by Rivaul, and I was just like, well, shit. What do I do about this? I don't have any answers to this right now. And I decided, you know what? I'm gonna install Stand Firm and I'm gonna deal with it. Because I wanted to stop losing to that ability. It was pretty tilting. I had no answers to it. It was kind of just bodying my shit. And so I decided, you know what? I'm not gonna take this anymore. I'm gonna do something about it. And I did something about it. And so far it's worked pretty well. Puriya, are you gonna go over the new banner? I did that 2 days ago, Puriya. I will go over it in more detail tomorrow, depending on what banner actually comes out. But tomorrow I'm more likely only gonna focus on the event and maybe the event players. The event players are very specific to the events that are gonna come out in the future, so. I only do if the opponent do the same thing. I do it especially if the opponent doesn't do it. If the opponent's trying to play their own weird way, Tanny, like they're just trying to like not trying to walk forward with the ball a lot, then I definitely do it. Yeah, so Gale is right in that. Even if you don't want to adopt this method of thinking or strategy, you want to know how the thinking works so that if you encounter it, you can beat it. So that's also important. You should be educated on what you're trying to fight against. Don't be Donald Trump, in other words. Go in there with a plan. Hey, a B60 jumping tiger volley. That's actually pretty good now. So now I gotta find some more tiger passes to give him. And now my question comes down to whether I teach jumping tiger volley to this guy. Because I have a tiger dribble, but I kind of want a tiger pass too. So I don't know what I'm gonna do here. What do you guys think? Do I give him the extra shot and I make him only a box player, or do I give him the pass so that I can set up Schneider? Remember that he doesn't get low flying buff. Yeah, I guess since he's a box player, we should teach it to him. I won't be able to max it, so, but I'll be able to give it to him, so that's fine. Ace strikerを目指す. Listen, I'm not telling you not to have fun, man. You should always have fun. Have all the fun you can in this game. This game is about fun. I enjoy this game a lot. I wouldn't be playing it if I wasn't having fun. But a lot of my fun comes from playing against players that challenge me more in a way other than just, oh, they have big skills and they could use them. I don't think that's very fun. I think positioning is fun. I think figuring out the overall strategy is fun. I think properly using your formations and setting up your formation positioning is fun. I think obviously scoring is fun, so I still attack a lot. I talk a good deal about how you should, you know, play real defensively in certain ways. So, you know, I do what I can. You should do your best. And you shouldn't be like, if people tell you that your best is lame, you shouldn't care about that. You should still be trying to do your best. Don't not do it because the guy was mean, you know? Like, that's just stupid. I hate that. A lot of people are doing that lately. A lot of people are just telling people, yeah, you know, you're fucking cheap. Blah, blah, blah. Miss me with that shit. Maybe get good. Don't call shit cheap because you can't beat it. Get good. Then you can beat it. And then you'll be happy. But don't just get mad because someone's using something you can't beat. Like, that's obnoxious. Like, that's super useless. That helps nobody. Yeah, I'm cheap, and what? Fight me. Kind of happy that I have two decent colored teams. I hope that when Dream Collection comes out, I hope I get Salinas and I hope I get Gino. That'd be awesome. I know I'm not going to because I got too lucky this Dreamfest, so it's basically impossible at this point. Ooh, I can kick one more. Alright, so this is going to be my last True Aces roll, so I'm just going to go for it. See what happens. See what we find. Not a oh, okay, maybe. What happens after this? Looks like an SR. Oh. This could flip in the end. I don't know. We'll see. Didn't flip. That was 3 good signs, but not enough. Maybe if I had gotten instead of blue, I would have gotten gold, then maybe. I think I gotta do some friend transfers, so we'll do those friend transfers. We're gonna coach some stuff up. Does anyone have any strategy questions that I might be able to answer? I'm eating McD, dude. I can have McDonald's, but only without the bun right now. I'm on ketosis. I've already lost like 5 pounds since I started. It's only been like, how long, Rachel? Like, would you say like this will be the 2nd week finishing? Right? I started last weekend.
A week and a half.
Yeah, like a week and a half. I'll be 2 weeks on Saturday. That'd be great. Galio, how to pull Dreamfest characters in 100 Dream Balls? Bribe K-Lab or have a lot of luck.
Okay.
I had a lot of luck. I didn't bribe K-Lab. Frankly, a little too hard to bribe K-Lab. They probably want a lot of money. I'll do that later. I still kind of want to pull one more time on this banner because I want Bunak and he's still a plus. But it's fucking hard. I don't like this banner at all. 2 more hours for me to be able to get this guy, and I don't think I'm not gonna be able to get him. I kind of really want him, but not for that price. I already got one. It's not like it's not worth it. It's just that I've already, you know, I got Dream Balls instead. Fuck that. So you know, there's still a donation incentive up here. Just get him in Dream Collection. He doesn't come out in Dream Collection. Oh, you mean Bunak? Well, I hope he comes out in Dream Collection, because he's not going to be plus rate. It'll probably be Salinas, Gino, and whoever the new Dream Collection character is in Japan. Oh, I can fuse up some Misugis, I guess. I should max this, honestly. I mean, yeah, he's still in the pool, but it still takes forever. I'm probably just gonna host, let's see. I should host something. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Move. Cat, what are you doing? Did you guys even get to see the cat? No? Here's Mona. Mona, come here. Mona. Here's Mona. Mona, camera. Mona. Ah! Mona is my cat. She's a crazy cat. Look at her. Yay, Mona. Yay. Go, baby. Go. She's cute. She's awesome. She wakes me up every morning. Like if I wake up and I go grab my phone, she comes up, and since I have my pillow on my chest, she comes up, she sits on me, and then she starts headbutting me a bunch and having a good time, and she's just real happy to see that I'm awake and shit. She doesn't even ask me for food because she knows she has her food, so she could have already eaten and she'll still do it. She's just real happy. 4-2-3-1 with European players attack 10% is actually kind of okay. I don't hate that formation too much. I do like that it's a two defensive midfielder, 3 attacking midfielder. I mean, CBR, if you're gonna get it, get it. If you're gonna play Europe formation, then that's not a terrible idea. Especially since the new Schneider is coming that has also the 7% attack. I mean, 7% to all European players. So it's interesting. You can do something with that. It's a little annoying because it's just one forward, yeah, but you do get to run a bunch of different defenders as a result. So it's not too bad. I think I have 6 silver tickets. If I don't, I'm gonna go back to farming Hino. I have 4. I have a 1 gold ticket that I can't use. Sad face. So, I wonder what's up for exchange right now. Maybe there's coins. I don't need them, but I could just go make a new club and throw them all away. Yay, coins. That's a lot. Boom. Suddenly we're loaded on money. Boom. Nice. Good stuff. I think I should crack open my other... I don't know what I should do, if I should finish Misugi off or I should finish Misugi later. I guess I should go for the one more level of that thing, right? Because it's important. I don't want coins. Get out of here. I have 22 million, you fucking pleb. I'm just gonna host. So let's see. CBR only hit me with the 4-2-3-1 European players attack 10%. Is it worth it? I have 105 Misugis in inventory. I already like cleaned them up. What else do we have? Gino, Pascal, JP, new Dream Collection. I really... What? Pascal? Totoro. I forgot about Pascal. Everyone forgot about Pascal. That Pascal sucks. I expect that it'll be both of them, but also have Salinas. And the reason I think it'll also have Salinas is because they're going to want more... They're going to want more goalkeepers in the game because with the color meta and the Europe meta kind of already existing, or you can do any of the 4 if you pulled enough, it's kind of easy to score right now, unless you have Misugi or something else. But since scoring is so easy, they have to kind of rein that in by making sure that players have access to goalkeepers. So I think they're gonna put all 4 of them as a plus rate. I wouldn't be surprised if Salinas is plus rate again. It would be the smart thing to do, in my opinion. If I were gonna do it, I would do that. I'm not just saying that because I want Salinas. I'm saying that because that seems to be the most logical thing. It would put 4 people in the Dream Collection plus drop, and so it'll let people have a decent amount at getting any of them. So you gotta do it that way, right? You just gotta do the thing. Green Passer Pascal is not a very good unit. He's I feel like he's kind of just like, I don't understand why he exists. There's no like green Diaz or anything. Is he at least South America plus 7? No, right? Let's go look for him on Japan, or maybe there's a spoiler already, because there's already a Geno spoiler. In the Geno spoiler is already uploaded on Tsubasa RSTIM, by the way. So if you guys want to see the Geno spoiler, his catch isn't named, so I'm gonna paste it so you guys can see Geno. Let's see. Yes, Dazzling Passer, sorry. That's okay, so 49k Pascal. He gets a plus 20% skill type passer. European player killer. That's awful. He should have gotten South American players plus 7%. I would have made him actually good. And because he doesn't have it, he's not. He would have been more useful if he could have contributed a European plus 7 skill. In fact, I think like Dream Collection characters should be the characters carrying the plus 7 to all region skills. Or plus 10, or, you know, whatever. I feel they're the prime target, and also some gacha players. I don't know why they haven't done that yet. But Japan be tripping on that. 6,000 shot is not great, but it's not terrible. 8100 pass is some crazy shit though. Like, here is the Pascal. Look at how tacky this guy is. I linked Pascal in the chat. You know, you could check him out. He's not particularly great. Maybe he'll fit in a green team of some kind if you urgently need a passing forward, but at 230 stamina per pass, it's kind of expensive. He at least has a good tackle, and he has swift interception, whatever. So it's not a great tackle. It's a generic, I think, tackle. Let's see. This is the one that Victorino also has. So Pascal and Victorino have the same tackle. Yeah, I might put him on the bench against a European team with a lot of European defenders. I would consider putting him in to make sure my ball gets to my forwards. But I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this guy, honestly. I really don't know how this will turn out, frankly. He has some uses. Yeah, no. I mean, he most definitely does. If you give him the Argentinian combination, he's actually kind of toxic. If you give him the Argentinian duo. No, I don't know about the EX shot. I think I would just give him the 1-2 because the EX shot won't be enough even maxed out. Even maxed out, it's only 350, which is, I guess, okay. But I want him for the Argentinian duo so that I can pass the ball back to somebody better. But there's no green Diaz's, so you gotta wait until the South American meta develops better. You could play, I think. How many South American players exist? Let's try to build conceptual only a South American team. Okay, conceptually only. Let's assume, let's go 3-2-3-2. So in a 3-2-3-2, let's talk briefly about players that we could put. Okay, let's talk about that real fast. You guys are just gonna have to see this tiny ad. I'm sorry. Brazil also counts, and they might roll in Mexico, but we're not gonna assume Mexico. So Uruguay, Argentina, and Brazil. And so with just Uruguay, Argentina, and Brazil, we need to fit in a GK. So let's see. So we got Salinas. We have Alberto. Pepe and Leo don't count. They don't exist. They're not real. But we can do Hino. Victorino. Rivaul, Natureza, Diaz. Gotta throw in the accent. Defensive midfielders. Who do they have as defensive midfielders? Name me a defensive midfielder that plays for a South American team right now. Actually, we could do this. So they have no volante, and I would just go like this. I don't know what position Radunga plays. So Radunga is the volante, yes. So Radunga could be the future defensive midfielder. He comes in Kaigai Gekitohen La Liga. He plays for Sao Paulo. And then he moves to Deportivo La Coruña. Who else? So let's look at Brazil. They have Almieja, Roberto Carlos. Almieja is Let's see. Almieja. Okay. Espadas doesn't count because he's technically not South American. Gilio is the problem. We don't know how they're gonna handle Mexico. If they make them South American, I'll be simultaneously happy because then I can play them, but also pissed because, you know, Mexico's not in South America. God damn it. So Almieja's possible. This guy is not really. Robecaro. Robecaro does CP. Ay, Dios mío, ahí viene Chi Games. Ahí viene Chi Games. What's up, Chi? So let's see, where else can we pull from? Let's move this a little bit so that we can see better. Chi, we are theorizing if they're gonna. Ooh, one more silver ticket. Let's go. Just got one more. We're trying to make South American. It's not just Latinos. I don't think Brazilian people are technically quote unquote considered Latinos. Todo bien de relax por ahí con el directo de fondo mientras farmeo. Bueno, yo tengo el directo. Yo estoy haciendo el directo mientras que farmeo. Así que who's winning out here really? So who else can we have? Okay, so we've got let's look at USA does have a team, but they never show anybody. See? Chile, non-canon, doesn't count. Bolivia, non-canon, so we got Brazil. Venezuela, non-canon. We can check out Uruguay. We could check. I guess Argentina again. And I mean, I guess we kind of have to check Mexico, right? Even though Mexico's not South America. So Uruguay Junior Youth. They only have Daniel, Kane, and Ramon Victorino, so that's not likely. Oh, do they have Colombia? No, they don't. Let's see Uruguay Youth. Victorino, Rubens, Rodriguez. Hino and Victorino, really. Uruguay national team. Daniel Costa. That's a forward. So we're going to get no help from Uruguay. Now Argentina does have Galvin. And so we're going to have to run Galvin. What else do we have? Diaz, Pascal Galvin, so no. So bench, Pascal. Samuela. So far, not very impressive. Who else can we look for? Mexico. Olympic Mexico. They have a defender that's one of the older defenders. He was... And this is just saying that Mexico is just, oh, okay, I'm done. I think that's the last thing I'm gonna farm. I don't think I want to farm this event anymore ever again. T. Bogart says there's only ever one mention of Colombia in the entire manga. That is correct. So we're gonna give one more level of Tornado Shot, and then we're cool here. And I'm just gonna run Misugi from now on, because I want to just get to Misugi. That was the wrong thing to click. And so we might have Manatis. You know, if you really want to talk about stuff, there's some other ones here, but we never really see them. There's obviously bench Mercedes, Sanchez, and then there's also the actual, like, the 5 guys from Mexico Youth, or Zaragoza, Garcia, Suarez, Alves, and Lopez. But yeah, Brazil's a little... You know, who else can we get? Robecaro, obviously. But who else? Who else can we pick? Brazil Youth. They have Georgie. Oh, so these guys, they get put into the other game. Grande. Oh yeah, they could just put in the people who are already in the game, right? So I imagine Casa Grande. I like how his name is just Big House. It's super funny to me. Casa Grande. That guy's enormous. And then Georgie and Senardo are wingbacks. So it's possible that they eventually come in. So I mean, I guess you have enough South American players if you include all of Brazil. Kind of whack, but whatever. There's no mention of like the other players, or they're not mentioned enough, and no other countries get enough representation. Like Colombia would be nice, right? But no, I guess not. No Colombia, dude. So, I mean, it is what it is. Let's just cut this. Let's go back to the game, where I'm gonna try to make Misugi. I'm gonna count how many levels I'm gonna need for Misugi after this. Up until level 20, you need 2 per level, 2 experience per level. And starting from level 21 afterwards, it's 3 per level. So it's at 15 with what? Is there a team for Asia? No, because there's no goalkeeper. So let's see. If I have 15, I've used 30, so I have 69 of these left to go. There's not enough. There's no goalkeeper yet. Can make the RUZ become SSR. What? Okay, I'm gonna need another instance of Nox here to be able to handle this. Because there's not enough. Alright, so we've got 3 people. Okay. Maybe people do want Misugi, fuckers. Yamada, but Yamada is not. He's not Japan excluded. I want the characters I really want are the futsal combi. There's a lot of characters I want to talk about that I don't know if you guys know yet because I don't know how far you guys are on Rising Sun, or if you're up to date on Rising Sun. If you guys go to Shinji's fan site to find your scanlations or anything, but I go there regularly. Misugi's done in 2 hours, T-Bogard. Damn, that's fucked up. What is this song? This is Go Estivales. This is a song from Super Robot Wars, MX in particular, and the actual specific anime it's from is Martian Successor Nadeshiko, which is a very good anime. You should watch it. It is a mecha anime. It is one of my favorite mecha animes. It's one of the only ones I really like. I'm not normally a fan of mecha anime, but I got 1, 2, 3, 4. So I need 65 more. It's a fierce song, man. It goes hard in the paint. You should enable Super Chat for YouTube in-channel donations. I cannot do that because I am not monetized yet. I need more subscribers. If you want to donate, please feel free to donate through the thing below. Super Chat is not enabled simply because I can't enable it yet. I can't monetize. I need 1,000 subscribers to monetize, and that is why we have a subscriber goal right now, so that I can try to reach that. If no one else joins, I'm gonna throw in Nothing Bot, and we're just gonna go. Man, there's a place in Japan that just sells the Neo Geo carts all packed up. Wow. What? Hey, Puria with the $30 donation. Oh, okay. Well, I guess I know what we're getting. Alright. We're gonna wait for that to clear. Whoa. Whoa. And I gotta edit the donators because I don't have it done automatically because I don't have a good script for it. 48, 78. So 78, that puts you in second place, Puria. This is not the, yeah, this is the Nakatsu theme. You're right, actually. This is a song of the theme of Morisaki giving up goals. Are you using Nox? Yes, I am. Oh, I marathoned. Whoops. That's that good marathon. The good old Tsubasa running the Boston Marathon. Alright, so we're gonna have to take a moment here, and I have to review the PayPal because sometimes it shits itself. So let's see. Especially if you donate in a currency other than US dollars. I notice this a lot with my Euro reviews. So again, thank you very much, Perea, for the $30 donation. Hugely appreciated. It is in USD. That's going to help a lot for this whole mess. So let's get cracking. Once this game ends. 2 Misugis. So we're down to 63. So here we go. Gotta sit here. So now we're gonna do the acquiring part. Well, actually, I'm just gonna do this. So 1 second as I okay, so actually I'm actually at 60 because the other thing was the bot. So now we're gonna go pick up a V3 Tsubasa. So give me 1 second as I do that. Shoutouts to Puria. So let's snap that up. I'll do the poll right now too, so let's do that. Whoops. Turned off my mic. Anyways. Oh shit, we're gonna do this the complicated way. We're gonna let everything drag out. Oh man, which one will I get? Oh man, which one am I gonna get? I don't know. Oh shit, I got this one so lit. So now we have V3 Tsubasa. And so we're gonna pull off T Bogart. I already have the Hyuga. Alright, so now here though, we're gonna wait until 10:41. I'm gonna keep following the rules. The rules must be followed. So now, I'm not allowed to show any ads, and by not allowed I mean I'm not allowed to show any of these shitty ads, because I don't want to poison you with the crappy games this thing tries to sell me. Alright. So here we go. What do we got? 10:39, so we got some time still. We got some time. Gotta ready it. I also gotta ready the music. I feel like I gotta pick a different song though. One song per pool. Okay. Oh, okay. Ah, lame. So if you guys are ready, we're gonna pull. Oh. Interesting. Wait a second, is Kayuki streaming? Oh no, he's not. Jesus Christ. Alright, here we go. So, let's pick a different song. We're gonna go with a classic. There you go. That's good. That's good. Let's make this work. Alright, so here we go, 1041. Let's go, baby. Give me something good. It can't be Bunak, but Salbasa. Let's go. Salbasa. That's all I want. Salbasa. It's not looking great. Oh, that might be very good. It might give me an extra SSR then. This is looking pretty good. 1, 2. Yeah, 2. All right. 2. Come on. Salbasa. Salbasa. Let's go. Salbasa. Let's go. Whack. Oh, okay. I'm actually all right with this. Now I have a backup green goalkeeper. Nice. Unfortunately, I don't have as good catch. All right. I got something new, and I got Shitter Robson. I would say that's not too bad. Si el Gino en su salsa. All right, let's kick these last 300 frame points too. Green Gino's not too bad. He will benefit from 27% buff, so he won't be like a bad backup option. The problem is that since I don't have blue Gino, I can't give him the catch. And so there is that. If I get like dupe blue Genos on Dream Collection, I'll give him the dupe blue Geno. So let's see. Let's look at my green team. Sichi, realmente. De suplente va a estar bueno, pero hay que ver. So, alright, so I can get rid of Wakashimazu at least. Because Ken is just atrocious. So, we're gonna drop this dude in there. First off, we're gonna give him the mark. We gotta give him the mark. We gotta mark him. That's supposed to also get a... whatever. I can do that once I put him on. Just pop him in there. Drop him in there instead. Okay, cool. So the only problem... I don't know 403. Oh, nothing excess. You're Latino? I am Mexican. Yes, that is correct. I am Latino. I am half Mexican, half Cuban. I'm Luigi from Casual Club. What's up, Luigi? How's it going? 230 catch. It's not great. Not great. Hey, Mexico. Let's go. Don't you wish we had a good version of Espadas? I don't know, Luigi. I wish I had a good version of Espadas, man. I don't like this crappy Espadas. Now, because I do have a double-handed punch, I can just do this. Which is, level this up all of a sudden. Ooh, hey! I have an SSR Black Ball. Know what that means. There's an Espadas coming supposedly this month. Yes, it is the blue Espadas. He sucks. He's really bad. He's only better than Gino. Mejor stat de catch y técnica S versus portero de despeje con técnica A. No hay color. ¿Estás hablando de Ken? No, sí, pero... El Ken verde apesta. Nadie te está dudando eso. I have red Genzo, the uppercut one. Oh, no. Well, I hope you get a better one, man. I hope you get a better player soon. They should do a positional banner soon, actually. So we're gonna make SGGK catch level 45 because I'm gonna get it to level 50 before I start looking at other skills. And that's because I think that your goalkeeper is your single biggest point of failure. It's important to have a very strong goalkeeper, no matter what. So 360. Wow, that leveled up 3 points. You saw that, right? 359, 362. So 362 is pretty good. But I do want to get it to 50. I do want to get it to 50. And I need to level up Super Catch. I wonder if I can level up any of the other stuff, because that'd be nice. So Super Catch. Super Catch. Hey, let's just throw that in there. Little Bolita Blanca. 375 would be fine, I think, Puria. I think with the 375 catch, I am very confident that I'm not going to take a random goal. I did get any extra one-handed catches at any point? No, I just have backup Mueller that I'm keeping in case a new Mueller comes out and a windmill catch is better on them or something. Because that's what's going to end up happening, you know? It'll be like Mueller with a... You know, like a fucking uppercut, was it full swing uppercut defense or something, and you gotta give him a better skill. So what do we got here? What do I have to clear out? You know what I have to clear out? I have more Misugi to do, so let's go just do some more Misugi. Again, once more, shoutouts to Puria for the donation. I appreciate that a lot, man. So I guess for now we don't have a donation goal. We're just gonna set this up to please subscribe. Sub goal for May 500. And so we're gonna focus on that right now. You know, people want to sub, people want to donate, people can donate, but right now the sub goal is more important because with that it'll enable a bunch of other stuff. So tell your friends, tell your friends' friends, tell the friends of your friends' friends that you know a streamer who sucks. His name is Nothing Excess, and you want him to you want to join the stream because you want to make fun of him. Anyway, we're gonna host some Misugi because I just want to finish him now. I want to come out of here with the extra defensive midfielder for the next event. I know I don't need to do it, but... Oh no, I lost count, but I think I'm at 59. And so, with that... Now, I do have a second account that I'm using. And that second account is gonna help me get more drops, more than likely. That's the goal. So here we go. We need 2 more. I don't think people are gonna join. We don't have a lot of time left. We have like an hour and 22 minutes to try to farm the rest of this. So I think I'm just gonna go. Let's try to get Misugi all the way up. Now, a lot of people are here, but not a lot of people still ask me about strategy, so it sucks. Puri, I'm gonna send you a few pictures of my alt. Can you check if it has a future? Certainly. Whatever you want, man. Fuck me up with your alt's pictures. Just don't send me some dank porn and we're good. I have Discord open, so just send them to me by Discord. Let me know. Why is it doing that again? I just gotta close all this shit. There you go. I have a question about strategy. I mean, a theory. You're right that Misugi's stand firm can block a lot, but you notice that in practice doesn't block a shit, just pass the ball like a ghost. Tanny, yes, the reasoning behind stand firm is to make it possible to stop the shot for cheaper, or entirely, or to be able to stop the shot with your goalkeeper in the event of having something like a red goalkeeper and facing down Rivaul. The point of stand firm is to make the shot easier to catch. It's not to stop the shot. It can stop the shot. Stand firm can proc in such a way that it prevents the blowaway so that your skill block works. Right? But the main point of stand firm is that the ball will hit the defender and lose power. And now what does that mean? It means that there are shots like, for example, Rivaul's shot, Green Genzo can one-handed catch it. Loop shot you can super catch, or sometimes regular catch. If you notice in practice it doesn't block a shit, just pass the ball like a ghost. That means that you are not positioning your defender well enough. Andy Y, how many gold tickets did you manage to collect? I've gotten 36. Tanny, if it doesn't hit Misugi, either Misugi was grayed out or you got a bug. That does happen sometimes. Sometimes the positioning isn't perfect. Misugi has to be right in the path of the ball or be able to walk into the path of the ball. If he's not dead on in the path of the ball, it might not work. Andrew Tran, what do you think of dual color teams in case you get matched up against a disadvantageous color, you at least go even? Andrew Tran, the problem with dual color teams is team buffs are very good. You can do dual color teams in some instances, but you need your goalkeeper and one of your forwards to be in the dominating color. I don't know, 403. Are you gonna pull on the true aces tonight? No, I am not. I mean, I could, right? I got 50 extra dream balls, but I don't think I will. I think I'm gonna wait for dream collection. I'm gonna save all my dream balls for dream collection. Tanny Premto, I tried one match now, 4 shots, 4. It's not a bug. It is a bug. If the ball goes right over Misugi and he does not proc, something's wrong. Because it always procs for me. By the way, Tanny, that's why 3-2-3-2 is better if you're playing Misugi or Bunak in the middle. Because if you play defense, Misugi stands right on top of the goalkeeper. And then when he stands right on top of the goalkeeper, he's in the way of the shot. And so you apply stand firm first. I do sometimes get situations where he doesn't get to stop the shot, but that's in the minority. The way I play and the way I use defensive stance so often, I get to do it. Puri, I sent you 2 pictures. Okay, dude, let's check these out. You're asking me if this guy has a future. So let's check this out. Oh yeah, dude, then I don't know, man. Let's look over here. So let's look at these teams. Okay, so how much did my main team win by? Okay, I got 3 Misugis. Okay. So Salinas, red. Okay, we got, okay. So you already have 24 red. That's pretty good. 24 red is pretty good, man. Like, that's hard to beat. So you got 10 red here, 10 red here. So actually, you don't have 24. You have Misugi. I miscounted. That's 27 red. So there's a lot of hope in this team right here. Like a lot of hope. What else? No Napoleon, but... Oh, you also have 20 green. So, with 20 green... there's a future for this team. There's definitely a future for this team. Having Samurai... You also have the Red Keeper. So, right now this team is a red team. You could build like red-green. You could do like 2010. Someone was just asking, so how about Andrew Tran? Let's talk about dual color teams, right? This is a prime candidate for a dual color team right here. Because we have green is well represented, and so is red. There is a Dreamfest character here in green, and a good forward in red. He also has Dream Collection Vulcan, which is very strong. And that's good. He has Levin, that's good. He has Misugi, that's good. And he has Akai and Robson as blockers, and Selena as a goalkeeper. So I would run 20 red, 10 green on this, and let the team develop itself, right? I would put Leo probably somewhere on the bench, because he probably earned himself a spot there. But this is good. This is a very good place to be going with this team. And also you have this blue Hyuga here hiding, but I wouldn't worry about him right now. You don't have a blue team yet. You don't really have anything to support a blue team. You have Matsuyama, Diaz, Pierre, and this guy, and Hyuga. So building blue is not your main concern right now. Your main concern is actually to build green and red, because you have a green Pierre and you have two of them actually. So that's nice. I would keep the other one just in case we get something with the dupes. But you have... Oh, the bot crashed. Okay, bot. So... Maybe 3-2-3-2, but you don't really need... Because then you can run Levin here also, and then Levin's actually, in my opinion, a pretty decent defensive midfielder because his tackle is good and he's going to get a pass cut. And then next to him, who also has a tackle, a pass cut, and has access to a block, that'll be really, really difficult to deal with. And then you could put Akai right up the middle. And if you get green Misugi or green Bunak, you can move him there, and then you can take Robson out, right? And you can kind of swing him to the sides. You can also do 3-2-3-2 and leave Levin up here if you get green Bunak. Put green Bunak in the middle, Akai on the left, Robson on the right, and move Pierre up to here. Because I find that Pierre is better in a 3-2-3-2 when he's sitting around in this area, because when you press defense, he becomes like a fifth defender, or like a fourth or fifth defender. And they sit so close to the goal that it's very strong. So, and again, I love 3-2-3-2. I just have a love affair with that formation. For now, though, it's looking real solid. Like, I would keep this. I would definitely make something happen with this. I would keep investing a little bit of time and farm the dream balls and see what comes up and see what comes up. But I mean, man, I would trade for this Salinas so bad. Like, I would love Salinas for my red team. But this is pretty decent. And obviously, you keep Salinas in there because he's your goalkeeper. Oh, 1, 2. So you can get that done. All right, Abdullah Bajaba. Will it be possible to send you my formation for tips? Yes, but you will have to send it to me via Discord because you can't post any links here. And it's not my decision. It's because YouTube kind of sucks. And my Discord is 6912. It's nothing XS /6912. So you have to be in but you have to be in the Captain Tsubasa Discord. If you're not in the Captain Tsubasa Discord, the main one, then you can't send me a message. Oh man, I've been getting tired a lot lately because since I'm in ketosis, I'm losing weight in a hurry, and that because it's a low carb diet, my body's still kind of getting adjusted to the fact that I'm having very low carbs, and so I end up getting I just end up running out of energy a lot faster since I have to eat a lot of fat to maintain it, and I don't eat enough fat, so I just get tired more often. And also because I'm not eating that much fat anyway, it's burning more of the fat in my body. And so your body doesn't want to be active when it has to burn so much fat. It actually doesn't want to be active at all. So you start running a little bit out of gas. That's why lately I've been super tired. Even though I've been sleeping great because of it, I get like really full rest, really full deep sleeps because of it. So I would recommend it. You know, trying to lose weight. It's a good way to lose weight. I don't think I'll keep putting Final Fantasy 13 music. I'm not a huge fan of that game. We just heard this. Just heard that. You know what? I'm gonna pick something to listen to. Yeah, that's my shit right there. So if you send me your stuff through Discord, Abdullah, I can review it. I'm more than happy to review it. I will create a an invite for the Discord. This is the invite to our Discord. Here you go. How about Vulcan's team skill? Nah, dude. It's nice, but if you're gonna run red-green, you might as well give the buff to green a little bit, so that Pierre is more effective and Hugo is more effective. And right now, this is only red-green because it has to be. Right now, you're looking for this to make this team more effective at farming. And so red-green with the 20% red and 10% green is the way you'll do that. That's really the only reason you're doing it. I don't know 403. I sent you my team. Okay. Space Dandy. Alright. Let's look at El Equipazo del Space Dandy. Alright. Let's see over here. Alright, Gail. Enjoy your food. Let's talk about this. Okay. Space Dandy, can you send me your bench? Luigi, can you send me the players that are on your bench? I want to know what other players you have. Not on your bench, but like in your reserves. Oh man, you got all these nice players, but you don't have a goalkeeper. Fuck. It's like, it doesn't matter how I help you because you don't have a goalkeeper. Nothing I tell you right now can help you. All I can tell you is keep pulling from the gacha. That's the only advice I have. Try to spend the least you can to get the most you can. There's just, dude, there's just nothing. I got nothing for you, man. I'm so sorry. Because nothing I tell you makes any sense because all I have to do is shoot from far away and you take a goal. Right? Like, I don't even have to try, and because of that, this team is too difficult to help. Oh, I will tell you one thing. I would put Green Misaki in the middle. I know you want Salbasa in the middle because of the... I would put Misaki in the middle because that will make you survive pass cuts a little bit more, because Green Misaki can't cut the ball, but Salbasa can, and so it's better to kind of hide him off to the wing. Tanny does bring up a good point. Buy Red Gino from League Shop and put all the red buffs on him. That doesn't make him good, but it is at least a weak, like a lower tier UR keeper. But let's talk about why that's not horribly efficient real fast. We're gonna cover it right here with this spreadsheet. And we're gonna look at the goalkeepers, and we're gonna look at the best saves, okay? And so we're gonna cover everyone, and you'll see why. You would be the 14th best goalkeeper. Now, that is better than, who do you have? You have SSR, Max, Genzo, right? It's Genius Goalie? No, it's, is it Genius Goalie? Yeah, SSR Max. 50-24. If you have the league points though, so if you have the points for it, this is better than this all day. So I mean, it's not a terrible idea. But I don't know, man. I personally would just save my league coins for other stuff. Because if you end up not using this guy right here with a 72-24, then you're kind of hosed. Even with the 10% buff, what is that gonna end up being, right? Like, let's say you gave him 30%, right? And you had 10% catch. So you get the team buffs first. And you got 10% catch. Wait. Yeah, 30%. That would be the best. Right? Meanwhile, if you had Genzo, that's what you end up with. It's not great, but it's not awful. You're still gonna get bodied. If you had a green Misugi, I would tell you to do that with more tranquility in my heart. But I didn't see green Misugi, and you need red Misugi, right? Is that what you're running? Yeah, you can't run green Misugi and you don't have green Bunaka anywhere, so I can't like 100% recommend it in good faith. My advice is to save up a ton of Dream Balls for Dream Collection, because that's what's gonna make you strong, I think. That's what's gonna make you strong. Having access to that is gonna empower you so much. If you get Salinas, you're set basically. All you're waiting for is Salinas at this point. Salinas comes up and you're winning. You stay winning. I will say one thing. I don't like 3-1-3-3 at all. I would do 3-2-3-2 and just put in Aoi, even though he's not gonna get any buffs, because I really don't like 3 forwards, and I really don't like 3-1-3-3 in particular. I think it's a very bad formation. I think forwards that are out here can only be passing forwards, and you don't have any passing forwards here, so I wouldn't run it. League points are easy to get. That's not false. Abdullah Bajava. Alright. Or is it Bajaba? Lord of Evils. Okay, man. So let's see what you got for me. Alright, well, you're sending me some whaley shit. So what do you actually want to know? I'm going to need you to tell me what you want to know from this. What advice do you want from me? Because this doesn't look like a bad team. You're sending me a strong team. You're going to have to explain to me what you want to know. That's 30% red. Congratulations. Okay. Okay. Do the math on Matsuyama, because I do believe... Where's our shitty Matsuyama? Where's Indomitable? Yeah, give me 1 second. I see what you mean by the defenders. I got 4 Misugis. Sorry, I'm also farming at the same time, so please bear with me for a moment. Whether Pierre buff or Napoleon is worth it, or get another red player. Hold on. You should Pierre buff with Napoleon is always worth it, by the way. But if you're gonna try to put in blue Pierre, I would wait until tomorrow, because maybe they put in the new passives, and then blue passive on Pierre is gonna be fantastic. His passive. And then you'll be crushing everything. So let me see. Where is Matsuyama? Matsuyama. Why don't I just let's just do a filter view. Filter view. Create new filter view. I want to clear, and I just want Matsuyama's. Indomitable Spirit has 5472. It always does this if you try to use HTTPS, because it's not an HTTPS page. And so we gotta now find Hikaru Matsuyama gets sliding block 270. So 270. Honchkrow. It should be this. Honchkrow. So we have 270 times 1.5. So 405 times the total block. 5472. What the fuck happened to my music? God damn it, YouTube. Stop being a pile of shit. God, YouTube, you suck. So 405 times 5472. Right? And then times... No. 5472 times, you have the team buff, 1.3. Times your club buff. Times... what else do we get? We get sliding block, which is 2.7, and you multiply that by 1.5 because of the buff, so you get a 31,691 block. Okay, that's probably as high as you could get your block on Matsuyama. 31691. So we're gonna write that down. I don't know why I did that when I could just open a real notepad. It's actually more like 316, yeah, 31691. Alright, so we've got that. Honchkrow, what do you mean you left because of the whales? What does that mean, dude? Why would you leave because of whales? What is that? I don't understand. What do whales have to do with anything here? Anyway, so 31691. So let's go look for Bunak. Bunak, 5% is a defender. 5% Bunak has a 455 block. And that's, but you're not gonna have him maxed, right? You're gonna have him at level 1. So we gotta find that. So let's go find Bunak, because it was very easy to max out sliding block. If you didn't max out sliding block, that's on you. But Muay Thai block starts at 260. So if it starts at 260... If it starts at 260, let's look at Red Bunak's block. Red Bunak has 5460 between 2 plus 6, 503 times 1.3 times, what do we agree on? It was 260. Wait, 9234. What? So it's 260. Let me fucking fix this. I fucked something up here. Times 1.3 times 1.1 for club times 2.6. 3428. Alright. So yeah. Sliding block is a little worse than Muay Thai block. Still not too bad. But I wanted to check the math out myself, you know. So then going back to this. That will be fine there. What do you have here? You don't have... you have this red genteel that I feel... I don't know if it'll be better than... I think this is not a bad idea for now. I think you should pull on Dream Collection. But there's no red defenders in Dream Collection. And you missed out on red Akai and you missed out on red Ishizaki, it looks like. And then both of them would have been great here. If you had gotten the red ticket Ishizaki or red Akai from Samurai, you would be super set with a full red team. I would recommend you pull on Dream Collection, obviously, to try and get Salinas. Help you out a little bit. Salinas is gonna definitely make this team more viable. 3, 4, 5, 6. I need 35 more Misugis, and I've got my Misugi done. So that's nice. I gotta sell some shit. So yeah, that's pretty decent, frankly. So yeah, Lord of Evils, that's pretty much all I can think of doing here. I don't know if you had any other questions about that team, but I don't know that I have a lot of satisfying answers for you right now. So I'm sorry about that. That's probably the best I can do with given what you have. Frankly, it's not like your team is bad. Your team is pretty fine. It'll beat people online just fine. But your biggest weaknesses are no good third defender, and your central defense is very weak. What I would do is that I would teach Misugi. Hold on, because I think my chat's not updating again. All right. Honchcrow, I got shit on DF, and seeing everyone else getting everything hurts. Dude, listen. That's gacha, man. Like, you can't get too down on not getting anything. I got nothing for, like, 2 months. Okay? I got literally nothing for 2 months. That was a thing that happened. And, like, the best thing you can do is just take it in stride, right? Like, you can still farm, you can still contribute to your club. I feel like that's what helped me get through it, right? Like, that my club still kind of needed my help to complete stuff. Like, right now, for example, my club and I were making a last push just to complete our Misugis if we need them. And that's kind of neat, you know? Like, that's worth doing, I think. I don't think it's a bad thing to do to help out your homies. So I would definitely help out the homies, you know? Don't think too much about not getting the stuff at Dreamfest, because I know where that's like. It's just, it sucks, and I've been there. But every now and then, you know, after a while, you get really lucky. So that's just the nature of gacha games, man. Gacha games like this can be really brutal, especially when there's no safety net. And I know the boy complains about it a lot. Totoro really does muse with me about the lack of safety net and how bad it is. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna get something like a popsicle or some shit. It is fucking hot in here. Why is it hot? Make it less hot. Fix the heat. It's hot like a fucking ball in here. It's like 76. Hello, cat. Mona. Mona, it's 1 day before you're a whole year old, Mona. That's crazy. You're not being an old cat. Ancient cat. We're gonna have to get you a walker. Dudes, my cat is almost a year old. Shit's nuts. It's like, it actually has felt like we've had her for longer than a year. Frankly. She's been here for like such a long part of it that it just feels like she's been here forever. And we like it that way. 3, 4. She was here since we bought the house. Almost. Like a month after we bought the house, she arrived. Like a little tiny little kitten. Really small. And we raised her, man. We raised that cat ourselves. It was crazy. Bottle fed the cat. It was hard work, but it was awesome. She used to be a lot more like easy to play with when she was little too, but she grew up to be kind of like a little huntress. And that's fine. I mean, she comes from a stray mom, right? So she's really independent. She's really smart. She's occasionally needy. She likes to be social. I like her a lot. It's a good cat. Popsicle. Now we could talk about how I like to put cylindrical objects in my mouth. Ladies. Boys. Let's get back in here. Kai, suscrito. Muchas gracias, Kai. Thank you, Kai, for subscribing. I didn't see a subscription. Maybe I missed it. Did I miss a subscription? That would suck. Kai, no, I didn't get anything, man. I'm sorry. Abdullah, should I invest in Napoleon or wait for Salinas? They're both good investments. I think the goalkeeper is the single biggest point of failure on a team. So I would hold on to the the black balls for Salinas, honestly. If you don't get Salinas, then you can. Caena fue recién y me anda muy mal la red. Sí, esas cosas pasan. Where's the ad cover picture from? Oh, that's me. That was a picture that was taken of me at Combo Breaker. That is a fighting game tournament that I work at, actually. I work at a bunch of different fighting game tournaments. I work at EVO, I work at Combo Breaker, and I work at CEO. If you like fighting games, we can talk about any of that. In fact, if you want to meet me and you like fighting games, you can go to any of those 3 tournaments and you can make it happen. You have to be in the United States, obviously. At least when the tournaments are happening. Tanny. It is always best to have one thing really strong than 2 things not as strong. If you're worried about the counter matchup, the 13.5k shot will still beat. Yeah. Kai, te veo bien en Twitch, no sé si rinden los gacha ahí. Kai, honestamente, yo era de Twitch y me mudé para acá porque, pues ya que. I was planning on coming to Evo for Smash Bros. Andrew hit me up at the command center. I am the head tournament organizer of Evo, so if you decide that you want to come say hi, just hit me up at the big command center. Remember, it's at the Mandalay Bay this year, so. My cat just ran all over me for some reason. Besides, signups for Smash are doing pretty well, so. Cae, yo era de Twitch, pero me gusta más como lo fácil que aquí se suben los videos automáticamente a YouTube. Y veo que la mayoría de los streamers de esto se la viven en YouTube igual. Entonces yo pensé, bueno, entonces me vengo a YouTube. Y entonces así es más fácil como que comunicar o hacer networking con los otros youtuberos. Como B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 26 more to go. Kaya, ¿juega Smash Bros? No. Yo no soy jugador de nada. Yo soy organizador de torneos. Yo soy el organizador principal de Evolución. Y cuando me refiero a eso, no digo que soy el director ni el dueño. Soy el organizador del torneo. O sea, sé que... O sea, sé como que... Si tú quieres... Si tú estás preguntando... O sea, sé... Sobre quién es quién en un torneo como Evo. Lo que yo hago es que el torneo... O sea, la idea entre que los jugadores puedan jugar contra cada uno, que todo esté organizado bien, que los brackets estén cuidados y que la gente asigne, hace que delegue todos los trabajos. Yo soy encargado de todo eso. Yo soy la parte más alta de ahí. De ahí encima de mí están Tommy, Tony Cannon y todo eso, que son los dueños, pues los fundadores. Y Mr. Wizard, que también es dueño de Evo. Hay como cross-pollination reciente. Pues no sé. He's asking me, he's like, what? He thinks I will do really well on Twitch. It's like, yeah, maybe playing this game on Twitch, I will do okay. And I don't see why not, frankly. You know, it'd be a lot easier than to host my friends also. And I've had stable hours, so I might move to Twitch, but it depends. I gotta ask because I don't want to alienate my current base either. I want everyone to be able to enjoy the stream. I think YouTube makes it also really easy to catch older streams. I could just upload my things afterwards, like move them to YouTube, but we'll see. I think there's definitely a possibility for that. I could also use Restream to stream on both platforms at the same time, but make Twitch my primary stream, my primary Twitch, or like my primary stream target, and so people could be with whichever part they want to be on. And also, obviously, it'll upload to Twitch. Could you multicast? I could. I don't know if the terms of service allow it or not. If Twitch tells me that to be a partner I have to stop multicasting, then yeah, sure, I'll do that. I need 22 more Misugis to be done. Shit. I might have to fuse a bunch of these Misugis to make room. So we'll see if I can do that on time. It's amazing how closely reliable to gaming G Team is. Dude, all gacha games are basically gambling. That's all it is. Gacha is gambling. And it's horseshit. I hate it. That's actually my least favorite style of game. It's just that this is also the only way I can play basically old Captain Tsubasa, and so here we are. Hey Andrew Tran, thank you for the YouTube sub, man. I appreciate it. Puts us a little closer to the sub goal, 186. Rival doesn't get 15% red buff. He gets 15% only to shot to red. Kai, I agree. But I'll be honest, I like this game engine more than Captain Tsubasa 2, and I love Captain Tsubasa 2. It's like one of my favorite games of all time. In fact, when people try to tell me that Blitzball was good, I'm like, you know, Blitzball is just Captain Tsubasa, and they're like, what are you talking about? And then, for example, my first time on Twitch, I had a friend who wanted to know more about... They were watching me stream this, and they were like, why does this just look like Blitzball? And I'm like, because it kind of is. And they're like, God, I hate Blitzball. And I'm like, all right, well, I promise you that this is better. And they watched me for a while. I was like, yeah, this is way more hype than Blitzball. It's like Blitzball with all this stupid shit. And I'm like, exactly. I'm glad you understand. I hate the PS2 version, the PS2 game. It's so bad. Like, it's not even fun to play. Like, it looks janky as shit. 2, 4, 5. The PS2 version's so janky, man. Like, I so don't like it. It only, like, the idea feels cool, and then you play it and you're like, this is kind of whack. Have you signed up for the beta for Captain Tsubasa 0? No, I can't read Japanese, so I don't want to struggle with that. I'm sure there will be people. If Bae plays it, I'll play it. Because, maybe I shouldn't talk about it too much, but Bae is in our clan here in Global. In our club. And so, I've been talking with him a lot. And we've talked about stuff about YouTubing and shit. So if he'll play it and I can get some guidance from him, then I might do it. But I'm fine with Dream Team. Like, despite there being all the gacha bullshit on the top, like, I don't dislike it. Alex the Man, I don't like that it's not like Captain Tsubasa for the NES. I would prefer it to just let me engage players like Captain Tsubasa for the NES did, or like this game does, where I can pick what I want to do as opposed to like use the skill beforehand, kinda, right? Like, encounters are on the fly, like, and then I really don't like the timing system. The timing system is stupid, and I don't like that there's like hidden information, right? You just gotta know what the hyper is for everything. Like, there's a lot of things about that game that I just, like, sure, once you know it, it's all great and all, but I think it's dumb. I think it's designed poorly. All I wanted was Captain Tsubasa 2, but multiplayer, and this does that. And it does it better in a lot of ways. And so I forgive a lot of the gacha bullshit because the core game is so much better. Like, it's so much better of a core game underneath the hood that the gacha is almost entirely forgivable. And I think that says a lot for the quality of the actual game, of this game. You know? And now on the... I didn't debug the NES on the fly. Come on. I mean, I mean, Kai, at the end of the day, this game is like having to play Panini. You remember those Panini albums that I'm sure they still make for like soccer players and stuff? It's like having to have a Panini album before you can play, but also you can't trade the Panini cards. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, I could do all the passwords for Captain Tsubasa 2 NES. Like, I never had trouble with that. I could separate the hiragana and the katakana everywhere just fine. I just wrote down the entire chart, and the chart is actually a proper hiragana, like, organization alphabet. I didn't know it was hiragana or anything. What's Aratanaru Densetsu Josho? What is that? Is that the one for PS1, or is it the Kiseki one? Kaya, of course it is, because so all those weird collectible shits that are physical and stuff like this is like super targeted at older people. Like, let's be real. All that shit preys on our nostalgia. Alright, we remember the old Panini albums. So of course we want to collect the Panini album in the modern day. That shit is like super predatory on adults of all people. And you'd feel, oh, I'm an adult. I'm clearly gonna resist that. And no, you just get crazy. Abdullah Wayaba. It is the PS1 one. Where is it? The one with this music? Hold on. Is it the one where this music comes from? Wait, no, not that one. Where is it? Fuck. No. This one. Hold on. This one. Is this the one? Because someone sent me this. Alright, well, I've never played this game. Hey, YouTube sub. What's up, Kenny1? Thank you for your subscription to our channel and welcome. I appreciate it a lot, man. Oh, I know why I don't have space. It's because I never fused away my Matsuyamas. Uh-oh. I've never played this game. But a lot of the art is used just like in this game. They drew the same art over it. I like how this is a Konami game. This is Konami before they sucked. You know what Captain Tsubasa game I liked a lot? Hold on. I'll play you some music from one of my... some of my favorite music from a Captain Tsubasa game. But it's not my favorite Captain Tsubasa game. I don't know anyone who actually likes this game. Maybe one of you guys like it, but I think the game itself sucks. Just when I find it, I'll play it. Here you go. SNES, yes. It's Captain Tsubasa J. It's like front view of the pitch? Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Kenny1, any big updates coming up later than other than the EX challenges? I'm currently stuck at Challenge 18 because I don't have RJ7 players. Tomorrow we get a lot of stuff. It's on Reddit, Kenny1. I can link the Reddit thread if you want. I'm one of the moderators for the Reddit. I don't want to say head mod because I'm not. But I am the mod, I guess, that writes the most crap. So, there you go. Check that thread. It has all of the people in the next banner as I've speculated. Oh my god, YouTube, you suck. Kai, the player XLs are yours, man. Yep. They're definitely mine. They're a lot easier to maintain than you think they are because I type 140 words per minute. There's a YouTube video of me doing them. Like, you can go watch an old stream where it's just like a casual, chill, talk shit stream. And you can see me working on them. And now I have an alternate account where I can actually be doing that while I'm playing. Because it used to be that I only had one emulator open at a time. But now since I have a backup emulator or a backup team, I can do that work while maintaining them. So it's pretty easy now. Like, also, I've gotten a couple of tips for working on those. So some people have donated because they appreciate the spreadsheets. I feel like I've gotten more donations for the spreadsheets than I've gotten for my stream, though. Not that many, though, because Haptic has... Actually, that's not true, because... 1, 2, 3... It used to be that I got plenty of, like, little donations every now and then for the spreadsheets, and then that kind of stopped. Oh, am I out of ads? Oh, I don't think I'm out of ads. Am I out of ads? If I'm out of ads, I could still host on the other thing. No, yeah, I'm out of ads. Okay. So I gotta host on the nothing bot. No, 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 wrong way. Wrong way. No, god damn it. I overclicked. Do a website. There's already a website though that does everything. It's subasa.rst.im. They have no, it's not mine. It's somebody else's. I use it so much. But that guy's a data miner. That guy actually has like a tool to mine the data out of the game. And that's significantly more useful for adding all of that kind of information there. Mona, you're wet. Look at you putting your tail in front of the camera. What are you doing, kitten? Huh? What are you doing? Huh? What are you doing, baby? Yes, baby. Hello, baby. Yes. You're all wet. Your face is wet too. What are you doing? You're soaking wet. What the shit? My cat is a wet cat. Mona, you're gonna smell like wet cat later. Nasty. She's a good cat. Even if she gets herself in trouble. Ooh, this is my jam. Now, I'm actually always surprised because I play a lot of King of Fighters music. And I know a bunch of Latino people roll through here. And a bunch of, like, people from, like, France and stuff like that. But I don't see a lot of people call out the KOF music. You know? And I'm just like, did you guys ever play KOF? What's going on here? I feel like Captain Tsubasa, KOF, and, like, Dragon Ball Z is part of, like, the Mexican identity. And also, like, the identity of a lot of other Latin American cultures. Like, it's just part of the DNA, right? Like, the joke I always used to make, if you couldn't play Clark in KOF, they took away your passport in Mexico. I feel like it's just such a part of the DNA, right? Kai, yeah, he scrapes it all from the game. His the game has all the data in it. So like for example, we know that Geno is gonna be the next Dream Collection for sure in global because there's already an entry for Geno in the database. Like all of his player data is already in the database. Right? Like everything is in there already. 6. So I got 1, 2, 3. So I need 3 more. I got like what? I got like 15 more minutes to finish Misugi, I think. There's a pure skill without text that you use, right? Saw that yesterday? No, I think it's 11 skill that has the text missing. 11 has a skill with missing text. It's the Aurora Curtain, doesn't have text. It says NA. And also, Napoleon's Shot doesn't have the proper sound effects. Hyuga's combination overhead doesn't have proper sound effects. The purchasable one. What else? There's a couple other skills that don't have proper sound effects. I think the overhead off of the post that Tsubasa V3 gets also doesn't properly have the sound effects. And I was told that the V3 intercept does not have sound effects. Premto, I knew that there was a MOBA for KOF, but you know it doesn't exist anymore, right? The MOBA for KOF hasn't been open in forever. Oh yeah, Rivaul Taco still doesn't have sound effects. Yo, Kai, I sent them a joking email. I was like, hey, do you guys need Q&A for the global version? Because I'm down to do it. And I'll do it like on the weekends. And you don't even have to pay me like, you could pay me like a token amount of money. But if you just fund my Captain Tsubasa habit, we'll call it even. Oh yeah, Ishizaki Drive Shot still doesn't have sound effects. Only the Japanese version. Kai, no, the bugs are only in the global version. Something's wrong. Something that they're doing is not right. I submitted a bunch of bug reports about it. And they worked on some of them, but not all of them. Only got 2, damn it. I'm missing 1. Oh my god, when's the maintenance? We don't know, it could be in 12 minutes. It could not. We have no idea when maintenance is. We haven't heard any information about maintenance. The Japanese version is definitely better taken care of. But the global version is doing... It's pretty good version, man. Like, I'm not gonna hate on K-Lab. I have 15 golden tickets and I want to get the S3232 formation. But Beta suggested that Vulcan EX Road might be coming and we might need Vulcan to buff Napoleon shots. It's not Vulcan to buff the shots. You want Vulcan EX Road not because of the shooting, but because... You use Vulcan for other stuff too, but yeah, you could use it to buff Napoleon shot. I think 3232 is better. I think you should have farmed the tickets beforehand. I think 3232S or at least 3232A is like the best formation ever. So here we go. I don't like the telestrator idea here. Farm a whole day and only get 6 gold ticket. Can't even buy the S formation. 6 tickets in one day is really good. If you got that every day, you would have had everything already. What is this Tsubasa Football Association shit? Interesting. TFA would be... Maybe that's what he was working on all day today. That's why he hasn't been farming much. Makes a lot of sense because we haven't seen him today in the club doing any share plays or anything. Let's see. 1, 2. I'm going to run one more, I think. I'm just going to use the ball because I don't want to take any time. In one day on this event, total only get 6 gold ticket. How the hell? Yeah, Bay is in our club in global. He's the fastest sharer. He's the fastest at everything. Like his shares are so quick because he has an Apple phone and he lives by the servers. Obviously, it's like so freaking fast. Alright, so I pretty much, this is my last Misugi game and I think I'll be good. I don't need to count anymore. So yeah, I gotta watch this thing about Tsubasa Football Association. I'll drop the link in the chat in case you guys want to see it, but it's in Japanese, so good luck. By the way, shout out to all of you because what? Guile, be honest, and make his account for him? Guile? No, dude. No. We don't know how Bay got his account or anything. We don't bother Bay very much. He just needed a club, and we had a spot. And so we invited him. Alright, Tanny. Wow, man. Hey, thanks for staying up here so late, dude. Like, you don't have to do that. I know you did it because I guess you wanted to hang out, but you don't feel obligated, dude. If you need to rest, you rest, man. You can always catch it later, and we'll always talk on the Discord, dude. So hey, thanks a lot for sticking by. All right. But yeah, dude, I'm cool with Bay. Like Bay's good peoples. I just realized the sound was off the entire time. He's really polite. He Oh. Damn, remember, you are here forever. Nah, dude, do it for her. Alright, let's try to max this thing. 5 minutes to try and max. Hopefully the game doesn't just end. Actually, I guess there's 1 more hour because I'm on -4 time now. So I'm hurrying, but I think we still got a little bit of time. But I'm not gonna do any more than that. I'm just gonna max my Misugi, give him a bunch of coaches, and then be done with it. So let's see if we're done. So let's go. Let's see here. Enhance special skills. You do know you can wait for the Misugi Noble raid? I sure could. In fact, I was one of the people telling everyone they could do that. So thank you. But I didn't want to wait. I want to have them ready in case I need another blue defensive midfielder. You never know. You never know what you're going to pull, man. So it's better to have a characters ready so that you don't have to frantically figure it out later, you know? It's better to have things ready now. Look at all these Misugis. Look at all these Misugis. Yeah. That's the funny part, right? Like, I literally made a guide about how to do this. Oh no, yeah, he's pretty solid. He's not a killer or anything, but he's a good player. Like, I really like this blue Misugi for a lot of reasons. He's just a tackle bully. And at defensive midfielder, a tackle bully is good. You want a tackle bully at defensive midfielder. Because then they'll just run up and be like, why, hello there, Mr. attacking midfielder and or forward that thought you were going to get through for free. Let's have a conversation about how you're not going to do shit. Man, I'm going to get the next event Nita, and then I'm going to be like, what am I going to do with this character? And then actually leveling up all of those fucking URs for EX Road. Holy crap, that's going to be a pain in my ass. I'm tired. You could save a ton of money. Oh, Kai, I mean, that A80 Rabbit block, dude. Wow, T Bogart, you could save a ton of money if you pick a level 1 and add the one that's carrying. Oh wow, I totally didn't know that. It's not like I told people about that myself. But it turns out it doesn't really matter. You can do whatever you want. I only have 3 left over. So I'm not gonna give a shit. I'm literally just selling those. I don't care to make another one. I'm a one and done, baby. Yeah, but dude, look at how much money I have. 22,904,085 gold coins. Do you think, did you even stop to wonder whether I was really concerned that I was spending some of this fake currency that I'm basically getting for free? Like, nah, dude. I'm good. Oh, fuck. Please tell. Oh, God, shit, fuck. Get out of here. The client's laggy. How'd you get that much? Bronze coins. You sell the bronze medals for gold when they're in the store. Actually, there still might be some in the store, and I should do that now because I have a bunch of bronze medals. Right there. Yeah. Give me some more. Yo, T-Bogard, I have never had a money problem in this game. That's all you, baby. Let's get with this. I'm gonna get 2 more levels of skill dribble. Because Takeshi needs skill dribble, man. And with my bronze tickets, I need a lot of blue books. So I'm just gonna get a bunch of blue books. What's Bay TV tactics? What Bay TV tactic am I using? What do I do that's a Bay TV tactic? I don't understand. I need to restart the game because it's starting to lag and it's starting to show my players very slowly because there's a memory leak in this game that they haven't fixed. Because K-Lab is really good at that, I guess. There's still no maintenance announcement, so I don't know if they're just gonna enable, like flip a switch. Oh, but bronze coins for gold is old, dude. Everyone does that, don't they? Ah, that's specifically like a Bay TV tactic. I've been doing that since the beginning of the game. I saw you could sell bronze coins like near the beginning of the game and I was like, oh, that's fantastic. And then I noticed that shit was rotating. So we got 58 minutes left in these events. I might join some. Let's see what we got. I'm gonna close my bot because I don't need it anymore. I'm gonna lay back here in my seat, relax, because I'm basically done. Whoa. One moment. One moment. The stream probably froze there for a second. I don't know if it did or not, but it did for me. What do we got here? We got some Matsus. Where are my Matsus at? Alright, I don't know where my Matsus are at, but I need to deal with those two. So we need to show my URs. Oh, is he already max level? I'm so smart. I'm such a smart person. I also feel myself constantly, as you have just witnessed. Thank you, past me, for preparing everything for future me. What are you talking about, dude? Dude, shut the fuck up with this shit. Are you kidding me right now? Like, fucking idiotic. There's a bug where if you only have one player ready for it, but they're like tagged, it won't show you the tagged player. What's worth buying in the event store once it's over? The books, really? The books are worth buying. Oh, I know why it is. It's because he's fucking locked like a dumbass. The books are worth buying. The coaches are worth buying. I use the bronze tickets for books and coaches to max out players as I get them. That's why all my players are so fucking ready all the time. It's because I just coach them immediately. Players. Evolution. Alright, so we pick this guy. We're gonna feed him some diesel fuel. Andrew, I just shared my team with you on Discord. Beta shooter. Okay. What do you want me to do with this team? What is the goal? Are you just asking me what you could do better? Blue Misugi is ready to feed coaches too. Let's look at this team right here real fast. Let's go. Boom. Where is this? Alright, cool. So, oh, I could evolve my Thai players soon. But they're not the character I'm most worried about. Actually, you know what I do need to evolve? I need to stop putting it off. I need to evolve Shingo. So I'm just going to evolve Shingo. I keep putting off evolving Shingo. And he's so strong up the middle. He makes my red team actually really viable, and I keep not evolving him. Because it enables Golden Duo, and it's probably one of the most broken tackles in the game. So there's actually no reason to not evolve that idiot. No, he's not a tackler. He's like the tackler. That guy got big ass feet. Anyway, so this team right over here. Okay. So for your SR black balls, don't spend them yet. It sucks that you don't have a third source of something. Let's see what else you have here. Can you tell me about this Matsuyama? How maxed is this Matsuyama right now? I need to know more about Matsuyama. If you could please give me all of the information you have on your Matsuyama, that would be great. I need to know if you've maxed out sliding block. I need to know if you've maxed out, what skills you've maxed out. I need to know what... Only the dribble? You didn't max out the block? The block was more important, by the way. The block is what makes him good. Have you given him Eagle Tackle? Oh, okay. So I'm gonna crush your dreams a little bit. With 880 dribble, actually, in any skill that you can use on Matsuyama is better on the red Matsuyama. Always. The Dreamfest Matsuyama is better at white position stuff. Right? He's better as a white stuff. The block was omega important. The block was so good I farmed it 4 times. I gave it to Urabe. I have a spare one in the event that I get Alberto. And I gave one. I have my Matsuyama has one. I have a spare one for Alberto. And Urabe has A80 block. Urabe also really needed that block. That's actually kind of what makes Urabe good, is farming that block up. That's what sets apart Urabe from maybe a Soremachi or a Sano or a Takeshi, is that even though Urabe has low stats too, Urabe could have easily gotten an A80 skill during the event, and so that made him really scary. And also the skill that he got to max was also an incredibly good defensive skill, and so that is a thing. I was gonna sound weird. I would put. I know you have green Ishizaki here, but if you can find another way to buff, if you have blue buffs and red buffs, first off, you want more red buffs, so you need to find a way to add more red buffs. I would put Matsuyama here instead, so that you could run 15 red because it'll boost your Genzo. And I would put in Leon Dick instead of Matsuyama. By the way, you want to know how bad Blue Matsuyama is? Blue Matsuyama was so bad, right? He was the only Matsuyama I had for a long time. And I leveled up his... I had leveled up Blue Matsuyama's Eagle Tackle to 40, no, to like 40, okay? So I had a 40 tackle on Blue Matsuyama because I never got Dreamfest Matsuyama. And I saw this and I went, I saw Samurai Matsuyama and I was like, I did some math and I promptly directly fed
the blue Matsuyama to red Matsuyama with not even batting an eye. I was just like, okay, bye. And he was UR max and everything. I did have a backup blue Matsuyama because I don't like getting rid of characters I don't have duped. But I barely thought about it. I was like, okay, goodbye. I just dumped him. Just no reason to keep him anymore. It was like actually pointless to keep him. Anyway, wow. We've been streaming for a while. Guys, I realize now that it's pretty late. By the way, for here, what I would do is I would drop this Matsuyama for a Dick. I would move this Matsuyama to your bench, and then I would use 15 red, 10 blue. And I would just hope that these 4 survive just fine on the 15 blue. Remember that Golden Duo Misaki is good even if... Golden Duo Misaki is straight up more useful than Diaz on this team. I know you have Diaz because he's blue, but Golden Duo Misaki, even if he's not in the same color, is more useful. And his pass is still almost impossible to cut. Mona. Baby. Sit down, baby, so I can use my computer. Thank you. So I would just put in Leon Dick. And then, oh my god, Mona, stop standing up. If you guys are saying anything in chat right now, I can't read it because my cat's blocking the view. This is what my cat does when I haven't gone to sleep and it's late, by the way. She starts bugging me like, hey, go to bed. Yo, yeah, I missed this song. I wish they had kept this in the game, but no. Oh, it's on YouTube, dude. You gotta go to Hajeff's channel. Also, if you look at my playlist, there's a playlist linked in the description below that says Stream BGM, and that has all the songs that I use for the stream, and this is one of them, obviously. So I'm not gonna be able to max Misugi here, I don't think so. Red Misaki with Golden Duo is good too. Get to farming. Yeah, I gave a Golden Duo to my Red Misaki also. I think my cat stole my hair tie. I don't know anymore with this cat. Nope, she didn't find anything. Alright, so there you go. Almost done. Try to get green Tsubasa with all trio. Yeah, I have that one too. I could have just maxed Aoi, frankly, but let's just throw him an attack coach. That's hilarious. Yeah, if you get Klabasa, you're able to feed Klabasa as a skill over here. Anyway, I'm gonna get rid of display capture so you guys can see what's happening over here. Soon this team will be able to run Shingo instead of Shashunko, which is a little better for me if I run Shingo. So where is my Shingo? Shashungo instead of Vulcan. It's not a good Vulcan. Alright, so now I can just put him here. And that'll enable Golden Trio, which is an easier skill to use. And it'll give me monstrous tackling up the middle. He's not ready yet, but when he will be, he'll be a little scarier than Xiao. Because Xiao's scary, but he's not that scary. I think I think Aoi is a little more scary. And obviously this guy's kind of a monster just by himself. Once Levin gets his pass cut, he's actually terrifying. Oh shit, no, hold on. I actually need to do one more thing here. And that's that my Matsuyama needs to learn some shit. So see, I only have 38 Eagle Tackle. I need to level up Eagle Pass. But this is the skill selection that you should be giving this Matsuyama. Dribble, block, tackle, pass, pass cut. That is all he needs, right? Like, as long as you have this complement of skills, you'll be set. You can give him S Eagle Tackle too if you want, if you find it. But A Eagle Tackle is a lot less expensive. And so I thought that that would have been better. And I could just max that. And he's just a big skill monkey. He has access to a lot of skills and they're all kind of decent. It's unfortunate that the pass cut he learns is forcible pass cut. Because forcible interception is a very bad pass cut, right? So what I mean by that is that generic name skills like forcible anything, forcible interception, skill dribble, precise pass, all that stuff is weak on purpose. The animation's quick, everything about it is just low level. And so it's not a great idea to use sometimes. No, it's good that I'm giving a pass cut because pass cut is a little stronger in his blocking, but his block is always going to be a lot stronger. Forcible interception doesn't get very strong. Neither does sliding block though. Sliding block max A only becomes like a top tier S skill. But yeah, like look at Urabe. 7300 block, but also 7200 power. Puts that at, this is 3500, so he has an 11k block basically base. And then I'm throwing 2.7 at it. So he's blocking at, what is it if I said 11.9? 22, 33. It's almost 40k total block. Just about, which is really strong. He gets a decent tackle that's also easy level up. But he has he only gets generic skills. Urabe only gets to learn generic skills. Unless you give him like Otomo Quartet tackle, but you're never going to have the Otomo Quartet, so don't do that. You could do that though for funsies, I think. What can I teach him? I don't have any skills I could teach Urabe right now. I mean, I might as well, right? What do we got? I got sliding block. I don't want to teach him that. What other skills does Urabe learn? Urabe, what skills do you learn? I think Nita's the one that learns the Otomo Quartet tackle or some shit. It's something silly like that. Let me go look it up real fast. Because Urabe is kind of a legend. He was my first samurai character actually. And I really like him. Maybe because he was my first samurai character. No, yeah, he learns Otomo Quartet, which is a... You can teach him Otomo Quartet if you want, which you shouldn't, but you can. And it's a passing skill. It's a 1-2 skill. Or you could teach him... He's gonna get a C pass cut. Forcible interception C. He's gonna get. That you could also teach him. You might be able to level that up all the way. And I mean, it's okay. You can also, there's also going to be a version of Urabe that learns a strong tackle, and he comes out tomorrow. He's a high school Urabe called Expert Hard Worker. I think you level that one up to Expert Hard Worker. Only gets to SSR though, while Persistent Power goes all the way to UR. And that's because the SSR one is the one from high school, and the UR one is the one from the Real Japan 7. So Real Japan 7 one can learns a pass cut and a block, and the high school one learns a tackle. But you can get them all the way up to SSR, and you're gonna need them for an event. So you should evolve them all the way if you can. But there's suddenly a bunch of Urabe cards because of that. But he doesn't learn a single S skill. It's kind of crazy. ¿Cómo se llamaba Urabe en el doblaje mexicano? Jack. Jack something. Jack Morris. But yep, alright, so I think we're good here. I think we've been streaming for 3 hours and 30 minutes. That's a lot. That was actually longer than I expected to stream today. Good luck, Alex, because that takes a while. Yeah, his name was Jack. And as you can see, I could be helping my teams by giving Napoleon... Kai. El equipo de Jack? I don't remember. I think they used to... I remember that Nankatsu used to be called El Newpie. El Newpie. El Franco-Canadiense. Wasn't Franco-Canadiense Toho? Otomo was called... Otomo was called what? No, please don't give me the... I don't want the translations for the names, Kaye. I really actually hate the old names. Hey, YouTube sub, Alex the Man 8393. Thanks, man. You've been here for a while. Thank you for finally committing. I'm gonna just make... No, I'm gonna make Levin the captain. I don't like Napoleon that much. He's not cool like Hyuga. He's just a loudmouth. Yeah, see? He's like a reserved but angry dude. Damn, Hino's so strong. 10 and 9, but like so are these guys. 10 and 9, 10 and 9. Like Hino is a monster in his own right. Hino's a little stronger than both of them actually. He's so broken. I got two strong guys here. It's kind of crazy. Man. Alright guys. We're gonna just call it for the night. It's 12:30 and I need to sleep. Man, I need to shower early in the morning and feel good about my life choices. Like playing Captain Tsubasa. I got my little backup keeper right here. He's just gonna wait for me to give him the blue Xeno catch if I find it. If I do find it, that'll be great because one-handed catch S sucks. But I do have now a backup keeper in case anything goes wrong. He's a lot better than shitty Wakashimazu. So there is that. Kajimazu is so bad. Anyway, thanks for the stream. I mean, wait, no, thanks for coming to the stream. I'm the person streaming. Hope to see you guys soon. See you guys tomorrow for the event. I'll talk about the event for a while. We'll cover what it is that you need to do to get stuff to complete the event as I learn it with you guys. And hopefully everyone gets everything that they want from the next banner if you do pull from the banner. I'm just going to wait for a Dream Collection. I would recommend you do too. I have 554 Dream Balls left for Dream Collection. I'll probably have about 600 something by then, and you know, I'm just looking forward to it. So without further ado guys, see you guys later. Deuces.